Stay tuned. Your broadcast is about to begin. Stay tuned. Your broadcast is about to begin.
Stay tuned. Your broadcast is about to begin.
Stay tuned. Your broadcast is about to begin.
Live from Richmond, Ohio at the beautiful Edison Sports Complex, Ohio Valley Sports Online presents Girls Sectional High School Big Softball. For tonight, the Lady Wildcats host the Lady Generals from Ridgewood. Tonight's game brought to you by AT&T on Sunset, Capital Recovery Systems, Ed Sports, Franciscan University of Steubenville, Best Western, Franciscan Square, Stickles Law Offices, Hood's Pharmacy, PR Landscaping, Mossy Funeral Home, IBEW Local 246, J.E. Foster Funeral Home, JC Pest Control, AT&T on Sunset, the Wintersville Trophy Shop, Steve's Fish and Chips, Adam Mortello, Attorney at Law, Marcino Enterprises, Hauser's Furniture, Valley Converting, Josephine's Carryout Bingo, the Trinity Health System, Blakemore Insurance, Fort Steuben Maintenance, M&M Hardware, Ace Optical, also brought to you by Signs Limited, Rawson's Mulch and More, Anthony Mining, Bennigan's, Apollo Restoration, Isla Law Offices, Burt's Hot Dogs, Dr. John Fiegel, Barium and Chemicals, the Ohio Motor Group, Spuds Parkview Inn, Naples Spaghetti House, The Target Shop, Homo Construction, Soft-Type Federal Credit Union, The National Colloid Company, Black River Logistics, TS Electric, Lanza Villa Royale, Bradley Landscape, Everhart Bow Funeral Home, The Viking Social Poker Club, The Swearingen Bad Company, Economy Lawn Care, Main Street Bank, and the Laurel's Rest Home. Tudor's Biscuit World. Good afternoon, everybody. On a beautiful day here out at Edison Sports Complex, and we got to give a special shout out to our VIP sponsors that are the reason that we can be here today. We wouldn't be able to do these games without them. First, I want to thank Gianamore Self-Storage. They feature commercial and residential self-storage units. They're located at 131 Ward Drive, north off of Banham Ridge Road. Also, Water Transporter owner Mike Keister. Mike's a Steubenville native supplying bottled and bulk water in the tri-state area since 1977. Call Mike or Michael Wynn at 740-264-9999. And lastly, National Colloid Company featuring Mr. Mike Barber, located at 908 Adams Street, Steubenville, Ohio. Open Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 4:30. They're a toll manufacturer of specialty chemicals for use in all phases of water and waste treatment applications. They provide products and solutions that span various industries, from commercial and institutional facilities to food processing and industrial Paints, and last but not least, Apollo Restoration, Mr. Anthony Tony Mugianis. Apollo, number one in the area in carpet cleaning, open 24 hours, and they also do commercial, industrial, and home or family carpet cleaning. Good afternoon, everybody. Dan Vogel on the dials as always. Coach Jim DiCarlo, Jason Jenkins, and our man. I'm going to open with one of our great VIP sponsors who I said we wouldn't be able to do that, Mr. John Gianamore. I want to thank you first of all, John, longtime friend and longtime coach too. So you're doing double duty here today, John.
Yes, I am. Thanks, Jason. Appreciate the intro.
Yeah, John, a great guy. Tell us a little about, like I said, you're one of the reasons this is possible, so go ahead and give yourself a little plug. Tell us about your self-storage units.
Janamore Self-Storage. We're a couple miles out on Bantam Ridge on Ward Drive. And we've been there since 92. And we just built 90 more units just this summer. And we're renting them out now. Got resident managers there, on-site resident managers. Bill and Cookie, they've been with me for about 20 years now. I think the lowest price is in the valley if you want to check around, but for a 5x10 it's $60 a month, and it goes all the way up to a 10x25, which is $110 a month. No deposit. You don't have to put down any deposit, and
they're easy to get a hold of.
Yep. Phone number is 740-264-4601. Ask for Cookie or Bill.
Well, John, we appreciate all you do for Ohio Valley Sports Online. Plus, being an avid softball guy, too, it's great to, see you again. And with that, folks, we're going to take our first break. When we come right back, we will be speaking with Coach Amber Bates of the Ridgewood General. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors.
Thanks, Jason.
Thank you, John.
The meaning of cleaning, there's one name you gotta know. Apollo Pro Cleaning, clean floor to ceiling. Apollo Pro Cleaning is the meaning of cleaning.
In a time of crisis, Apollo cares. At Apollo Pro Cleaning and Restoration, your health and safety is our top priority. Equipped to disinfect your home or facility with our award-winning Apollo 360 electrostatic disinfection process. Residential properties, offices, schools, retail spaces, factories, medical facilities, restaurants, transportation, and more. Apollo is here to help you combat the spread of COVID. Contact us today to find out how we can help serve you.
Clean floor to ceiling. Apollo Pro Cleaning is the meaning of cleaning.
And we are back here at the beautiful Edison Sports Complex. Today's sectional game featuring Ridgewood and the Lady Wildcats. And we're blessed to have Coach Amber Bates. Coach, sorry for texting you so late last night. But I appreciate, you taking the time before you get out there to speak with us. Big win over Tusky Valley the other day.
Yeah, that was huge for us. That was our third time playing them. But it's always harder the third time. So
right, yes.
I had to get the girls focused and ready to go.
Well, tell us a little bit about your team and what we can expect today.
We're fairly young. We got only one senior this year, so we're building year kind of. But it seems as the season's going on, we're getting better and stronger. So tonight I'm hoping that they get it together and do what they need to do.
And what do you expect to see from the Wildcats?
What I could see from them is they're pretty strong. We just got to keep their hits on the ground. I think if we can keep them to the ground, I think our defense will handle. But they're a veteran team, that's for sure.
Right. Well, Coach, I appreciate, taking the time. I won't keep you long because I know you got to get ready for infield practice yourself. But just want to say good luck and thank you for responding.
Oh, not a problem.
And, I appreciate you, stopping here, and hopefully the folks back home that didn't make it are able to watch the game live here on Ohio Valley Sports Online.
Yes, we appreciate that.
That's Coach Amber Bates of the Ridgewood Lady Generals. Folks, we will be right back after a word from our sponsors. Hopefully to get Coach Bender when they come off the field. You're listening to Girls High School Softball on Ohio Valley Sports Online.
The meaning of cleaning, there's one name you gotta know. Apollo Pro Cleaning, clean floor to ceiling. Apollo Pro Cleaning is the meaning of cleaning.
Broadcasting this game.
I put it down here. It was right.
The This high school event is brought to you by AT&T on Sunset via the AT&T wireless network. Remember, don't text and drive, it can wait. AT&T on Sunset is a proud sponsor of this high school event.
If it was on radio, I'd have done it.
Bert's Hot Dog Shop. Here's the who, what, where, when, and why about Bert's.
Where?
Route 18, just outside Burgettstown.
When?
When you want the very best hot dog you've ever tasted.
Why?
Because it's Bert's passion to create the best hot dog, to create fresh homemade chili sauce for your chili dog each and every day.
How?
Oh, that's simple. It's a foot long with or without chili. It's a hot dog with or without the fixins. It's how you love your hot dog. Bert knows. Bert knows how. Bert knows hot dogs. Route 18. See you there, dog.
And we are back here at the Edison Sports Complex, where Coach Bendel's just come off the field taking infield practice, and he's also a privilege to have, I consider, along with Coach Jim DiCarlo, Spencer Bendel, legend of the Valley in coaching. Coach, I appreciate you taking the time out and give us a few words.
I appreciate the kind words. Thank you. Thank you for coming.
Coach, big victory the other day over Coshocton, the number 2 seed coming in against a 6 seed Ridgewood who had a tough game, but they were able to beat Tusky Valley to 42. Can you tell us what you know about them?
Well, I know they play pretty good fundamental ball, and when the tournament time comes, that's what it comes down to, is playing fundamentally sound, and they're fundamentally sound.
And as well as you guys are, every year that's I always say you're fundamentally sound, and I expect more of the same. Katie Fluharty on the mound again today.
Yes.
What we look for from your team today?
Well, hopefully we play with some energy. This team doesn't vocalize it a lot and everything, but internally I think they've got energy, and hopefully they're ready to play today. And again, we've got to play fundamental, play clean defensively, and put the ball in play.
And it's just great. How great is it to, be the number 2 seed? Beautiful new complex, just to be able to welcome in a new season out here in the sectionals.
Yeah, we're spoiled here.
Yeah.
We're spoiled here. We got beautiful facilities, and I don't know if our kids realize how lucky they really are to have something like this. But great that our community backed it and put the levy on to support this adventure that we've got here, and hopefully we can play as well as the facilities are.
Well, I'm sure they'll put their effort into it, Coach. I won't keep you because I know you got a game to go to, but I appreciate your time and coming over. Just want to say good luck. Hope maybe we get a chance to talk to you after a victory.
That'd be great.
Game.
Thank you for coming. I appreciate that.
All right, thank you. This is Coach Spencer Bendel from the Edison Lady Wildcats. When we come back, we'll be joined by Coach Jim DiCarlo, the main man here on Ohio Valley Sports Online. Be right back after a word from our sponsors.
Blakemore Insurance Agency is exclusive to the senior market. We represent a variety of Medicare supplements or Medicare Advantage plans, giving us the ability to offer some of the most competitive products from the top insurance companies in our country. Our loyalty lies with you, our customer, not the insurance company. Many of today's seniors are completely overwhelmed with turning 65 and going on to Medicare. Call Blakemore Insurance Agency today for more information. 304-723-0909. Blakemore Insurance Agency is a proud sponsor of this broadcast.
Do you want a plush green lawn? Who doesn't? Call Bradley Landscape and Sons today. They do lawn fertilizing, getting your year-round healthy grass. And they control weeds. No dandelions, crabgrass, clover, or other undesirable weeds. Bradley Landscape and Sons. Better results guaranteed. BradleyLandscapes.com, a proud sponsor of this broadcast.
Ohio Valley Sports Online would like to thank one of our great sponsors, Capital Recovery Systems. Capital Recovery Systems is home of the no-cost court collections program. Capital Recovery Systems is a proud sponsor of this broadcast.
We're back here live. Coach Jim DiCarlo, Jason Jenkins, Dan Vogel.
Trying to get in here and get situated.
I was saying there seemed like a lot more people last night at Oak Glen and Weirton game than are here, but Ridgewood has to travel a long way. Ridgewood got here by beating Tusky Valley, who lost 8 seniors last year and had a kind of a disappointing year. Tusky 4-2. Ridgewood, I'm not sure what you've been able to say so far, Jason, but they're coming in at 8-13 with that win. Edison beat Coshocton 16-0 in 5 innings. Just told by Kirby Stivers, a guy used to coach when I coached way back when. He just said that one of their pitchers, their sophomore pitcher, got hurt diving in the outfield a couple weeks ago, but the freshman is pretty comparable with the sophomore. Ridgewood plays a decent amount of talent. Indian Valley, Connaughton Valley twice. They play some pretty good teams. I don't think there's too many that have a schedule much better than Edison along the way.
Yes, freshman pitcher. You're talking about Cadence Lane. He's thrown 74 innings. He started 11 games. He has a 6-6 record overall, giving up 78 hits, 55 runs, 25 of them earned, 25 walks, 53 strikeouts. He's hit 5 batters. The ERA is 2.35, Coach. So
not bad for a freshman, huh?
No. They've got some girls on there. I was looking at their lineup, too. They hit the ball pretty well. A couple girls over 400. If I can find that here, I'm sorry.
They're competitive, but they're still pretty young. Got 3 freshmen in the starting lineup and a couple sophomores, so kind of a young squad, but most girls' teams are. I'm sure Edison with Spencer, Bendel, and company are hoping to be consistent on the offensive end. They normally have good pitching. Hopefully they can materialize and continue to score runs like they did against Coshocton. Jace, just to let people know why the Division II section is done and the Division III and IV is still going on. They have a ratio in the state, and it's kind of hard to explain, but one way or another, Division II with 18 teams got 2 teams to the regional, so they only had a 1-game sectional playoff, and now they're moving to the district, a la Big Red, Martins Ferry, John Glenn, Indian Valley, etc. In Division III and IV, although there's almost the same amount of teams, a few less, the luck did not go their way, so Spencer will have to be the best of 15 teams, and he has to win 2 sectional games and 2 district games to move on to the regional. Everybody that gets to the district needs to win 2 games, but Division II has 1 less sectional game to get by. So Big Red's win last night, 24-0 over Liverpool, put them right into the districts.
So basically it's a sectional championship yesterday.
And this is the championship today and the second game of the sectional for both of these teams.
Well, I appreciate you clarifying that, Coach, because I was messing up yesterday saying that Big Red would be playing a home game, the next home game, and then AD or less, he did come. He goes, no, this is the championship. We'll be at a neutral site next week. And I didn't know why until you just said that, so I appreciate that, Coach.
We don't know where that game's going to be at. We hope that we can bring that game to you, but we presume it could be at Harrison Central, or you heard it possibly could be out at Claymont next week. It'd be a heck of a game between Big Red and New Philly, and we were kind of hoping that Creek would have snuck in there, and that would have been a heck of a matchup to see.
Yes, what a heartbreaker to lose. Great year for Indian Creek and Coach Angie Penner, just a heartbreaker yesterday. But back to this Ridgewood team. We talked with Coach Bates, and she said just what she said. We're a young team. It's a building year. We're playing well, and she just hopes to continue it on. She said she believes Edison's a strong team. We want to keep the ball, down and playable.
I got to see them on TV against Indian Valley, and they were pretty competitive. They had a base running mistake that hurt them early, but they did hit the ball, and that's pretty tough against Indian Valley's #1 pitcher, Mia Rose, so they'll probably put the ball in play off of Katie Fluharty. Definitely Edison's the favorite. They're coming in with a little better schedule, of course, and a 15-12 record. Ridgewood is 8-13, but has also played a competitive schedule. And they had to travel. They're on turf. I doubt their field is turf, so that could be an advantage for Edison also.
Yes, Ridgewood out from the Conshohocken area, correct? Is that or the newcomers town? West Lafayette is actually the town that they are from. The Generals come out in the orange jerseys, white numerals trimmed in black. Black trim down the side of the jerseys, black pants. I'm just used to saying that because before we were all radio, and Jags would always, give that out. So I just kept it going.
You and Steve Daly about that attire, boy, all the time, huh? Hey, it reminds you of the Shady Side Tiger look, huh?
Yes. Yes, it was just, before when it was all radio and you didn't actually air it, you'd have to give a description of the uniforms. And just, I guess, out of tradition for our man Jim Jags Huggins up above, like to keep that going. For the Generals offensively, they're led by Taryn Morris. She's coming in hitting .483, Coach, 31 hits and 87 at bats. Right behind her, I just lost it. I'm sorry. It's 338. There it is. Maggie Shannon will be the number 2 hitter for the team. And then 313, Cadence Laney. So they got a few hitters, above the 300. Also, Ava Kilbecky hitting .327. And, so they'll look to put the ball in play as both teams have taken infield practice. The coaches are meeting at home plate with the umpires.
Spencer Bendel, a recent 400 win coach, been around here a long time, been very successful, made it to the state, been to numerous regionals, was OVAC runner-up. I'm sure losing to a really good Oak Glen team 5-2. And I do want to shout out that game because it could have went either way. Presley Meadows had 3 hits against Lizzie Kell. Most of the time, Lizzie doesn't give 3 hits in a game.
Yes.
Presley had a single, a double, and a game-tying home run. But Oak Glen prevailed after it was 2-2, scoring 3 runs in the 6th, I believe, and ended up winning that game 5-2. But, we got to give a shout-out to all the teams. A lot of teams would love to have made the OVAC. So the winners were Big Red in 5A, Oak Glen in 4A, Caldwell 3A. In 2A was Shadyside upsetting Wheeling Central, and Conotton Valley rolled in the single A. But also a shout out to Indian Creek who made it, Martins Ferry,
yes.
Spencer runner-up at second place, Martins Ferry in second place. Creek and Edison played a great game in the OVACs.
That Big Red University game was that Big Red University?
Yeah, 1-0 that game,
yes.
And Edison beat Indian Creek that night 2-1 after Creek had knocked off Edison twice in the regular season.
Yes, what a great year for girls softball. In the Valley, and it's going to continue tonight. We hope to see a good game. The number 2 seed, the Edison Lady Wildcats, taking on the 6th seed, Ridgewood Lady Generals, here on Ohio Valley Sports Online. I want to take this time to once again thank our VIP sponsors who made this possible: Gianna Moore Self Storage, Water Transport, National Colloid Company, and Apollo Restoration. Thank you, folks. Once again, John Gianna Moore here. We got to speak to him. To tell you a little bit about. So please, folks, go to these customers, and when you do visit them, please let them know you heard their name here on Ohio Valley Sports Online.
Also, if you guys get a chance, those that have Ray Suckotch's phone number, Coach Sack, having surgery today, kind of a serious surgery on a leg. We're wishing him well. Our thoughts and prayers are with him, and maybe give him a shout out or a text and let him know that you're thinking about him.
Yes. Hopefully everything went away, big coach. As the coaches meet at the home plate, though, you want to give the starting lineups, Coach?
Sure. For Ridgewood at 8-13, beating Tusky Valley to get here for this sectional championship game. 9th grader Cadence Laney batting first. Batting second, J.D. Miller, senior catcher. Laney is the pitcher. Shortstop in the 3rd hole, Maggie Shannon. She's a sophomore. The 4th hitter in cleanup spot is Taryn Morris, the center fielder, a junior. We're hoping we don't mess up these names. We shouldn't. The coach gave it to us. Micaiah Cahill at 3rd base, a sophomore. Kiera Schrock, the DP, a 9th grader, batting 6th. In the 7th spot, Bailey Williams, the first baseman, a junior. Skylar Wright, a 9th grader, playing 2nd base. And Emma Redis in right field, She's a junior batting in the 9
Good
hole.
evening, ladies and
So
gentlemen,
they
and
have
welcome to the
3 freshmen in the starting lineup.
OVSOIA softball
Let's see if they're going to
tournament.
do
In
the
this Division
lineups
III
or the
sectional
national anthem here
game
first
hosted
before
by
I move
Edison.
on.
Okay.
Today's matchup is between the Ridgewood Generals and the Edison Wildcats.
Beautiful day here. Slightly
The
windy here a little bit.
Executive Director, Board of Directors,
That's a
and
good
the
thing,
Eastern
I think.
District
Yeah.
Athletic
80
Board of the
degrees.
Ohio High School Athletic Association.
Maybe I can sneak in
welcomes you to
Edison.
this
Becca
Division
Evans
III
leading
softball
off catching.
tournament
Batting
game
second, Morgan
between
Martin at
Ridgewood High
shortstop.
School and Edison
Audrey
High School.
Scott, the
The
right
umpires
fielder,
for
batting
this
third.
game are Scott
Presley Meadows at
Lockhart
first
and Rick
base, batting
Wagner.
fourth in cleanup.
Now, let's
Katie
meet
Fluharty, the
tonight's
pitcher,
teams.
batting fifth. Allie
The
Shreve, the
Generals are
DP,
coached
hitting
by
sixth.
Amber Bates
Pam
and
Johnson in
assisted by
center
Casey
field, batting
Laney,
seventh.
Paige
Anna
Patterson,
Wattis, the
Mike
second
Patterson,
baseman,
and Kirby
batting
Schuyler.
eighth. Grace Browning, the third baseman, batting ninth. And Olivia Fankhauser, the left fielder,
Number 7,
is the
Alexis
flex.
Starkey. Number 24,
And thank you,
Addison
Coach. The starting
Palmer.
lineups is they will
Number
go over the
25, Kyla Patterson.
rosters here for
Number
Ridgewood right now and then
26,
Edison.
Ava Kabaki.
He gave the umpires and then
Number
Scott Lockhart, and I'm not
33,
sure the other one. I was just wanting to ask you, Coach,
Number
doesn't you usually have
22,
3?
Alexia Brett.
You know, I saw 3. I haven't been to the sectional game.
Now
Did
the
they have 3 at Big Red
Yes,
last
sir.
night?
Batting
Yes.
They had
first,
3
the
at Oak
pitcher,
Glen and
number
Weirton,
2,
but I'm
Hayden
not sure what
Laney.
Ohio's rule
Well, they
is.
had 3
Batting
the other
second,
night here
the
when we came
pitcher,
out to try to
number
do the
8, J.D.
Coshocton
Miller.
Edison game.
Batting
I know in the
third, the
districts they'll have
shortstop,
3, but I
number
wasn't
10,
sure how
Maggie
Ohio did
Sheehan.
sectionals.
Yeah, so they
Batting
have
fourth,
2 today.
center fielder, number 1, Taryn Morris.
As they
Batting
go over
fifth,
the
third
Ridgewood
baseman, number 17,
Generals lineup here.
Micaiah Cahill. Batting
Folks,
sixth,
we'll be
the
back
designated
Saturday,
player,
1:30
number 9,
as boys
Kiara Schrock.
playoff actions opens up
Batting
soon. Big
seventh,
Red will be
first
hosting the
baseman,
Beaver
number
local
21,
Fighting
Bailey
Beavers
Williams.
1:30 from the Crimson
Batting
Complex.
eighth, the second baseman,
And
number
we'll have
12,
that game, and then
Skylar
Monday
Wright.
we will have
Batting
the Catholic
ninth,
Central
right
Crusaders
fielder,
opening
number
up against
4,
Bellsville,
Emma
I believe.
Reddish.
Crusaders
And the flex player
17
playing
and
left
1
field, number
on the year.
13,
Great year
Maddie
Coach Young and his
Williams.
squad is having, and they look to continue that in the playoffs as well.
Trying
And
to
now for the Edison
trying to
Wildcats.
find out the grades
Coached by
here,
Spencer
looking for
Benville.
Allie Shreve, if you can see it on that
Assisted
chart.
by
I'm not
Yes,
sure I
she
have
is
it.
a sophomore.
Lindsay
Sophomore,
Morrison and
okay.
Michaela
That's the
Tice.
youngest one playing. So for
Reserve.
Edison, they have 1, 2, 3, 4,
Number
5,
18,
6
Holly
seniors
Scott.
in the starting lineup out of 10
Number 32,
players,
Nicole
using a
Zulo.
flex. 3 juniors and
11,
Allie
Emma
Shreve, the
LaPrette.
DP, is a sophomore.
Number
So Edison
30,
is a
Hannah
veteran team. I
Russell.
believe they started the season
Number
with
12,
8
Ellie
seniors.
Joyson.
And
Number 9,
Ridgewood, quite the
Sophia
opposite.
Henderson.
I was going to ask you, Coach,
And the
as
starters,
well, I'm putting you in
batting
Coach
first,
Bates' role,
the catcher,
the younger
number
team,
35,
what's
Becca
your approach to
Evans.
this game to try to get the victory?
Well, we have nothing to
Batting
lose.
second,
Be
the
loose,
shortstop,
enjoy
number
the
13,
game.
Morgan
Beautiful
Martin.
day, beautiful field, and
Batting third,
you know they're
right
the lower
fielder,
seed.
number
What
15,
would you tell me?
Audrey
12 coming
Scott.
out, right?
Yes. No, they are the
Batting
6th
fourth,
seed, actually.
first
They beat
baseman, number 20,
12 seed.
Presley Meadows.
Oh, okay.
Tusky Valley. Yeah, they're the 6th
Batting
seed.
fifth,
Edison
the
is the
pitcher,
third seed, if I
27,
recollect,
Katie
and
Fluharty.
could have easily been the first seed, Jay.
Batting
Yes.
sixth, the designated
So
player,
they know
number
that
8,
the
Allie
lineup is
Shreve.
stacked, and they have to play really
Batting
good
seventh,
defense to
center
hang in
fielder,
there.
number
Not going to
1,
get a lot of
Pam
runs
Johnson.
normally off of Katie Fluharty. She's a
Batting
workhorse
eighth,
out
second
there.
baseman,
So,
number 16,
you know, just
Anna
have fun,
Wattis.
enjoy it. We're building for the
Batting
future,
ninth,
for the kids
third
that aren't
baseman,
seniors,
number
and
45,
for those that are, we're going to play our
Chris
hardest and hope to walk away
The
with an
flex
upset.
player.
Yeah, try to shock the
Playing
world.
left field, number
With
7,
that, then, let's
Olivia
take a
Fankhauser.
short break here, our last break before we start the game here on Ohio Valley Sports Online.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you please.
So you're
rise,
driving the kids to school and you have to turn up the radio just to drown out the horrible sound your car's making. Who knows what you need? You're driving along without a care in the world. Then you notice the engine light comes on. Who knows what you need? You dread having to stop at red lights because your car sounds like it's screaming in pain. Who knows what you need? Napa Auto Care Center in Wintersville knows what you need. They're an established and reputable shop. They know engines, transmissions, brakes, alignments, and anything else your vehicle needs. They know what you need. Do you need the number? 740-346-2120.
Ohio Motor Group has 3 locations: Steubenville, Bridgeport, and St. Clairsville. Let Ohio Motor Group show you how easy it is to buy a quality used car. They believe in fair pricing, superior service, and treating every customer right. Their friendly and knowledgeable staff will help you find a car that is fit for your budget. Ohio Motor Group, with 3 locations to serve you. Check them out right now. OhioMotorGroup.com. Find your next ride. Did you know you can get FDA registered hand sanitizer and EPA registered disinfectant cleaner locally? Well, you can. National Colloid has both. Get them now for your business or residence. They come in 55-gallon, 5-gallon, and 1-gallon sizes. Just call in your order and pick it up. There's no waiting. Call now, 740-282-1171. That's 740-282-1171. FDA registered hand sanitizer and EPA registered disinfectant cleaner locally at National Colloid. Call in today.
This is Ohio Valley Sports Online, your connection to Ohio Valley sports. Listen anywhere in the world from any connected device, smartphone, tablets, iPads, and computers. Ohio Valley Sports Online brings you live game action from the guys with over 50 years in radio sports broadcasting.
There we go. That's better.
Well,
We are back.
We're back. First inning brought to you, let's go up by half innings. What do you think for
Yes,
these
sir, that's
VIPers?
perfect.
First half inning brought to you by Water Transports. Owner Mike Keister, Steubenville native, supplying bottled and bulk water in the tri-state area since 1977. Call Mike or Michael Ann at 740-264-9999.
I want to give a shout out to Dan, our VIP food sponsor, honorary.
Yes.
Gina's Carry Out in Wintersville, because they heard this one.
Gina's Meatball?
Yes. It was fantastic.
Is it called Gina's Meatball?
They changed it to Gina's Carry Out now.
Oh, okay. I thought they...
Was that last night, Jace?
That was 2 nights ago when we came out here and we couldn't do the game. So
Fantastic stuff.
Albert and Gina Shapa.
How come it when you, Ray, and Dan are together,
Leading
there's
off for the
always
Generals?
free food, but when I go to a game,
Ladies,
there's
ladies.
never any. That's thanks to Jason going to get that food, I bet, huh? Let's go
Just
defensively quickly, Jace, around the defense, and I'll get to you for the play-by-play. Fankhauser in left, Johnson, that's Pam in center, Scott in right, Browning, Martin, Wattis, and Meadows in the infield, Fluharty and Evans is the battery.
And the first pitch from Fluharty fouled off by Cadence Laney.
Freshman
General.
pitcher.
Outfield playing straight away. Beautiful day here. Right now the wind has died down. Quickly 0-2.
Nice drop curve there. Katie has good ball movement, doesn't mix speeds much, but throws a screwball up and in, a curveball away, a drop curve away, and may have a rise ball too. Always debatable whether it's a rise ball, Jace, or a high fastball.
Okay, 0-2 pitch right there. Nice miss right there. Good waste pitch.
Spencer Bendel calling the pitches, giving the signal to Becca Evans, who relays to Fluharty.
1-2 fouled off. All right, Cadence Laney. Laney coming in the year, hitting .313, 20 hits, all singles. She does have 14 walks, Coach.
Pretty good for a freshman. Nice discipline, huh?
But she goes down on strikes right there. Fluharty picks up
Now batting,
Gina, strikeout number 1.
J.D. Miller.
That's what I would think, as I said last night, Jace. Weir High needed to keep strikeouts under double digits. That's what Ridgewood needs to do to have a chance in this game.
J.D. Miller batting second. First pitch high ball. No, that's just a high fastball right there, Coach.
Yep, yes it was. She's a senior. She's the only senior in the starting lineup for Ridgewood, so they've got a nice future for the next year or two.
Yeah, we're hitting 246.
That pitch a little high too, Jace. 2-0.
And that was something we didn't see much of the other night with Skylar falling behind. Or Katie, excuse me. And she gets that one there. 2 balls, 1 strike here in the top of the first.
Good take by the hitter. 2-0, you want to hit your pitch, and that surely was a great pitcher's pitch, not a good hitter's pitch.
Exactly. 2-1. Yeah, that looked like a good hitter's pitch right there, Coach.
That was a better pitch than the last one, but it looked like it was on the corner, so you still had a strike to give.
Right.
Miller, by the way, is the battery mate for Laney. She's catching.
The 2-2 hit sharply to second, fielded and thrown out.
That's Wattis over there.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just saying
Now
Anna
batting,
Wattis.
number 10, Maggie
She
Shannon.
got a good piece of battle on that, Coach.
Good, handcuffed her, but she made a nice play staying with it.
Maggie Shannon, the shortstop, batting third.
It's a lot of bad hops with some divots yesterday at Oak Glen. You're not getting that today on this turf field.
No, that's the one thing about turf that takes away. And you know they're coming out swinging, Coach.
Katie's had pretty good control this year. A little bit of trouble last year at times, but her control's been much, much better, and I like the aggressive approach.
Folks, on our Facebook page, let us know you're there. Give us a shout out, and we'll give you one back here starting in the second inning and on. Quickly 0-2, fouled off.
All hitters a little bit late catching up to Katie's speed. First pitcher late struck out. Second pitcher hit to the right side late. And those two foul balls coming our way, Jace. Yesterday, Steve and John, they were ducking. I was trying to catch all the foul balls. They were ducking out of the way.
Ah, come on, John. 0-2 low. Beautiful pitch, though, once again. It's a great pitcher's pitch right there, 0-2.
Hard to take that one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Isn't it weird for you, Jason, seeing kids play with tennis shoes on, huh?
Yes, it's wild. You can't wear spikes. All right, fastball 2-2.
Now, you can wear rubber cleats, of course, and some of the Edison players do have that, but most of the people I see out there for Ridgewood have tennis shoes, such as this batter.
Now I got to ask you, Coach, with a lot, I mean, I don't know how many, at this area, a lot of teams are going. That's a two pitches fouled off. But throughout the state, do they try to use turf fields the deeper you go? Or, I mean, it just, the only reason I ask, it'd be kind of, hard if you're playing on turf all year, and then you got to go to dirt, or vice versa.
Yeah, it's going to be an advantage or disadvantage for somebody, but I think they do because of the rain element.
Yes, 2-2 pitch. Grounded right back to Fluharty. Oh.
Overthrow, Jace. She's going to stay at first.
I was looking down the right out. I'm glad you caught that, Coach. Well,
Now batting, number 1, Taryn Morris.
Maggie Shanahan on Taryn Morris, the center fielder.
She's a junior. First base runner of the game. 2 outs. Ridgewood with a runner on first by way of error.
Morris, the team's leading hitter at .483, and also leads the team in RBIs with 18, behind 0-1.
She kind of pulled off that pitch. Let's see if Spencer goes away here on that swing. I would.
That ball popped up right behind us out of play. And once again, quickly 0-2.
We saw 2 unbelievable catchers last night in Fia Apperfine and Sarah Brown. Becca Evans has a very strong arm behind home plate, so I really doubt Ridgewood's going to be doing much running or try to.
That ball popped up once again out of play. And she's just beating up her bus.
See there.
Great day here. As the Buckeye local boys are playing baseball over there at this complex, and of course here we get the sectional championship 0-2.
Just this one thing I don't understand. You're at first base, you get 2 strikes, the batter swings, and the runner stops. You are forced to go. You have to move on any swing with 2 outs and 2 strikes.
And she gets her with the high fastball. Second strikeout of the inning for Ridgewood. No hits, no runs. 1 error by Edison. 1 runner left on after half an inning. Ridgewood nothing, and Edison coming back will be right back.
Did you know you can get FDA-registered hand sanitizer and EPA-registered disinfectant cleaner locally? Well, you can. National Colloid has both. Get them now for your business or residence. They come in 55-gallon, 5-gallon, and 1-gallon sizes. Just call in your order and pick it up. There's no waiting. Call now, 740 740-282-1171. That's 740-282-1171. FDA registered hand sanitizer and EPA registered disinfectant cleaner locally at National Colloid. Call in today.
Thanks a lot for following us at Ohio Valley Sports Online. Why not visit our webpage at OhioValleySportsOnline.com? It's the way to go for sports fans around the globe to follow your favorite local sports teams.
What did I say? Mojanis.
Majanus?
Mojanis. Tony Mojanis. There we go. Back here for the bottom of the first, sponsored by...
Bottom of the first, we're going to go this inning by
Leading off for the
National
Wildcats.
Colloid. Michael
Number
Barber,
35, Becca
740-282-1171. Open Mondays through Friday, 8:30 to 4:30. A toll manufacturer of specialty chemicals for use of all phases of water and waste treatment applications. Give Mike a call down at National Colloid at 740-282-1171.
For Ridgewood, quickly on the field. On the mound, Cadence Laney, Bailey Williams at first, Skylar Wright second, Maggie Shannon short, Micaiah Cahill. First pitch, off speed, first strike. Micaiah Cahill at third. In right field, you have Emma Radis, Taryn Morrison center, Alexia Gress in left, and J.D. Miller behind the plate. She hit a little off-speed pitch there.
I don't know if you caught it, Jace. The umpire told Becca, you have to get your foot in the box. So if you swing at a pitch, you can have any part of your foot on the line and any part of your foot over the line. But if you are starting, you can't have any part over the line.
As Evans starts with a line shot right over the shortstop's head for the first hit of the game for the Wildcats.
So Becca had a wide open stance, and at that time her foot was in
Now
the
batting,
in
number
the air.
15, Morgan
Okay, so she was
Martin.
okay, but if it was touching out of the line, it's not a penalty.
Now
But the
running for
umpire
Wildcats,
would tell
number
you
30, Hannah Russell.
to get back in the box before the pitch. So Evans, the catcher, starts off with a single, and Russell is going to courtesy run. Look for Spencer, who does a great job of moving runners in the short
Yes.
game to maybe get a bunt here.
I like to see he's going to Morgan Martin, a senior shortstop. First pitch down, throw down, and she gets in there. It was a good throw from the knees, Coach.
Yeah, that a little bit short. Bounce took a tough hop on her. I think the throw would have beaten her. Spencer went the other way. Instead of bunting her over, he just went for straight steal.
Now, do you bunt her to third?
You know, a lot of people try to bunt to second, and they don't. I would want to get on the board first with Katie, as good a pitcher as she is, but we'll
Right.
see.
That went down low, 1-1. Yeah, I was surprised. Nice shot from the knees by J.D. Miller, just a little bit short. It's Cadence Laney. Another nice off-speed pitch there, Coach.
She's doing a really good job keeping the ball down in the zone. Well, 1-2, probably taking the bunt off. It wasn't on, but probably taking it off here with 2 strikes.
Fouled down the right field line.
If it had been on. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised. Spencer normally does try to manufacture a run early in the game. Maybe he's looking for that crooked inning, Jace.
Right. You know, he says a young team. And let's try to jump on them early, take them out of the game. Well, once again, foul ball down the first base line. Ball sounds dead.
Yeah, that one did. She's a little late. Taking the ball where it's hit, which is a good thing. Pitch outside, go to right field. I'd say their outfield's a little too deep in right. Center fielder and left fielder aren't bad in distance.
Fouls that one down the other way. And I agree with you, Coach. You know, I would always like to have my right fielders, but right-handed batter up unless it's a pure power hitter. We're going to come up a little bit more.
Well, one, you want to have a chance of getting out at first.
Right.
Number 2, you know, it looks like Morgan is more of a contact hitter than a power hitter. Yep. And she's got a split grip, which I like for bat control.
2-2. And that pitch high.
So let's see if Morgan can at least, if not get a hit, move the runner to third. And she did.
She did. Nice job. And she's probably going to get on because it's not going to get the Speedy Morgan gets the first, and the ball bounced off of first baseman Bailey Williams' glove.
I think I'm going to have to give an error there,
I
Jay.
agree with you, Coach.
Audrey Scott.
So she did her job, hitting the ball to the right side, moving the runner, and she also got rewarded by being at first. So if I'm Ridgewood, I'm trying to get an out for a run here. Pretty hard to hold them down. I don't know if she can throw her out. Looks like Martin has really good speed, but I'm just not giving the base up here.
I'll bring up Audrey Scott.
And they did, and I got a feeling 2 runs are going to score because of that, if I'm Ridgewood. But each coach has different philosophies. And if we get 3 straight pop-ups, it'll make me look bad, right? Okay.
Scott, the 3-hitter, lefty, 2-0.
I would say her. Well, they have a lot of good hitters in the lineup. Her, Becca Evans, Flu Hardy, Presley Meadows, who had a wonderful game in the OVAC championship game.
2-0 outside and low, 3-0. Now, Coach, right here, I'm not. I mean, 3-0 was the first inning, but
I'm giving a green light.
That's what I was going to ask you. Do you let her swing or?
Yeah, she's been impressive to me watching her play for 4 years.
Inside corner, 3-1.
And she may or may not have had the green light, but that was a good take because that was borderline pitch.
Yes.
Green light in your zone.
Yes. I would always say, that pitch you always imagine if it's right here, I'm going to crush it. That's the pitcher swinging out on 3-0. Lines it, ground ball to short. Looked at home, but that hesitation at home costed her out at first as Scott beats it out for an infield hit.
Now batting number 20, Presley Meadows.
So we're going to give an RBI. Do you want to give a fielder's choice or a hit there since she looked home first?
Nah, you're right. I have to give a fielder's choice on that.
Okay.
But
I hate to take hits away. Again, I'm throwing down. They're going to probably give him the base, Jace.
And they did. Scott down to second. Presley Meadows, the junior you were just talking about, has been putting the ball in play all year for the Wildcats.
She's one of their 3 pitchers, Becca Evans being the second besides Flu Hardy.
Meadows gets that one to left. It's deep. Back up off the fence. She's on her way to second. Both runs are in. Presley Meadows, the 2-run double. Coach, you got a hold of that one.
She has some power, boy. She had some pop in her bat. I've seen her play
Now
twice,
batting number
and she's hit the
27,
ball well.
Katie
So
Flu Hardy.
there's that crooked number already, and Edison's starting right now where they left off the other day with a 16-0 win over Coshocton. They have jumped all over Ridgewood, and this could get out of hand quickly.
Coach Bates take the time out to talk to her young pitcher as Meadows turned on that first pitch.
By the way, 10 runs, Jason, Ohio, after 4.5. I was so nicely corrected. Thank you, Sherry Garner. There is a 15-run rule in West Virginia in regular season, but it doesn't apply in tournaments, and I had forgotten about that.
No, I did not know that.
And they only play 8 after 5, or 4.5, of course, if the home team is winning.
And Coach, ask your opinion. You're a long time coach, and we were talking about this the other day. Ohio, I believe, needs to look into maybe make West Virginia an 8-run after 4. First pitch.
Well,
for Katie Flu Hardy inside.
Here's the problem I have with that, Jace. I like 10, and I don't want to see somebody get embarrassed. But I will tell you about the St. Clairsville game as we're coming up here in a minute.
That pitch high, 2-0.
So St. Clairsville, Jace, had the number 13 seed, I believe, playing Meadowbrook, the number 4 seed, winning 10-2 in the bottom of the 6th. Game would have been over after 5 innings, okay? And St. Clairsville scored 9 runs the last 2 innings and won the game 11-10 to survive into the tournament. And, I have seen games where teams have been down 7, 8, 9, 10 runs and come back. Unusual, but it does happen.
Yeah, that's a good point there, Coach. As Flu Hardy fouls that off, 2-2. Still no outs, 3-0 Wildcats here in the bottom of the first. Great point taken. It just, like you said, I guess looking at the other side, like the game the other night here, the Shockton game in the game last night. Where do you draw that line, I guess?
Well, I think what you got to do is step off bases and try to make outs and sub. Trouble.
Fluharty hits a line shot, but right to the center fielder. Come up and doubles her off at second. Excellent job by center fielder Taryn Morris.
That was a shot, Jason. So F8 and 8-6 on the putout of Meadows at second base.
What a huge double play right there.
I was about to say I really liked the timeout with the pitching coach coming out trying to settle her team down. Still hit the ball hard, but it's kind of stopped the momentum a little.
Allie Shreve.
Allie's the DP, and she's a sophomore.
That ball was hit really hard, Coach, too, but right. Taryn Morris did an excellent job.
Uh-oh.
Shreve hits one deep to left.
It could be.
Left footer going back.
It's gone, Jace.
Out of here.
Whoa.
Allie Shreve crushes that one to left center. And like you said, there was no doubt about that off the bat. It's 4-0 Wildcats.
Oh, that ball just took off that bat.
And if you're Coach Spencer Bindle, you have to be nothing but impressed with it. I mean, everybody's hitting the ball hard.
Yeah, nightmare start for Ridgewood. Just what Doctor ordered for Spencer and the Wildcats.
Pam Johnson.
Pam Johnson now coming to bat.
Coaches for Edison, Spencer Bindle's at third, Jeremy Maddox is at first, Lindsay Morrison, Michaela Tice are also helping this year, along with Christina Turk-Blake as the scorekeeper.
Chris Turk. Ball one to Pam Johnson, senior center fielder.
She made some really nice plays in the outfield down at the OVAC game. Seen her try to bunt a lot this year, and there it is again.
Excellent bunt going down the first time, fielded and thrown away.
She's going for two.
Here comes the throw in the second, and she gets underneath it. The ball beat her there, but Pam Johnson gets underneath it.
So we're going to give a base hit because I think she would have beat it, and an error on the throw to get her to second base.
I agree with you.
Now batting, number 16, Anna Wattis.
And give credit, nice job of backup and making the play. You always say you have a job to do. Every player's got a job to do every play, and the backup was there and almost got her out.
It was a little bit of a high tag. Nice throw. She didn't hesitate. She kept going.
Anna Wattis, senior baseman.
One of 6 seniors in the lineup today for the Wildcats.
Good pitch, tag. Quickly 0-2.
So if you just joined us, it's bottom of 1, 4-0 Wildcats of Edison.
0-2 pitch. She hits that down the left field line. It's going to be foul, though. Excellent hustle by all 3. Third base, shortstop, and left fielder for Ridgewood. Alexia Grass, Maggie Shannon, and Michaela Cahill. And, things like that, Coach, I always say, even when you're down, just the hustle, I really love.
I agree.
Nice job of holding off. An excellent job by the catcher, J.D. Miller, keeping that in front of her.
Pam Johnson just itching to go there. It was a changeup that hit in the, I was going to say dirt, but in the turf, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That one gets away, and Johnson's going to make her way down the third, Coach.
So we're going to move her up, John, on a pass ball. Felt the catcher should have had that one.
And one thing here, Coach, as well as here and the baseball field we talked about, the backstops here aren't that far away where there could be a play at the plate on the right bounce.
Get there.
That ball hit. Excellent catch by shortstop Maggie Shannon for out number 3. Great play. But for the Wildcats, they get 4 runs on 3 hits. A couple of errors by Generals. After 1 complete, your score, Edison 4, Ridgewood nothing. We'll be right back with a word from our sponsors.
Even though that one was a fielder short, I still had 4 hits. Becca Evans and Presley Meadows and Reeves home run and Pam Johnson.
This is Ohio Valley Sports Online, your connection to Ohio Valley sports. Listen anywhere in the world from any connected device, smartphone, tablets, iPads, and computers. Ohio Valley Sports Online brings you live game action from the guys with over 50 years in radio sports broadcasting.
This broadcast is brought to you by Ohio Valley Sports Online, your sports authority. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and get instantly notified when we go live on our next broadcast, only on Ohio Valley Sports Online.
I know what, I'm turning the Wi-Fi.
Yeah, we're back here. This second inning, 4-0 Wildcats, brought to you by Apollo Pro Cleaning and Restoration. And strike swinging on the first pitch. They're open 24 hours a day. Call Tony at 866-264-1418. Apollo Pro Cleaning and Restoration. Thank you, Tony, for your VIP sponsorship.
And Katie Fluharty wheeling and dealing already here in the second inning. Quickly 0-2 to Micaiah Cahill, will be followed by Kiara Rock and Bailey Williams.
Yeah, all you can tell your kids if you're Ridgewood is this scrap, pick away, and see if we can get a run here or there. It's going to be tough to get 4 off of Katie.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
She is deep in the box, Jace.
Yeah, that's, I guess, different philosophy. 1-2. That's beautiful pitch right there. Caught her looking. Strikeout number 3 for Fluharty.
Number 9, Kiara Schrock.
Kiara Schrock. Coming up for Generals. Yeah, I'm getting nothing.
She's the DP, 9th grader.
It's a young team behind on that fastball by Fluharty. And the other day, Fluharty started the game against Coshocton, but in the second inning,
Becca Evans?
I think it was Presley.
Presley came in?
Presley came in and finished again, yes. Quickly 0-2. She's starting ahead once again. Our producer extraordinaire, Dan Vold, will adjust the camera. Dan was 4 for 8, Coach, opening day the other day.
Yeah, it was raining. Probably the fielders were slipping and sliding. That's why, huh?
And he told me I had 4 hits. I bet if I hit 500, I said, oh, that means you made 4 outs, Dan. What time you play this Sunday, Dan? 1 ball, 2 strikes to Kiara Schrock and Katie Fluharty. And she hits her right there. Inside corner strike number 3. Strikeout number 4. Second in the inning looking.
Now batting, number 21, Bailey Williams.
Williams, Jay's first baseman. She's a junior. Again, Ridgewood with only 1 senior in the lineup. Edison has 6. Katie dominating so far, and Edison with a crooked number up 4-0 after an inning, well, going to the bottom of the second, or top of the second here.
Nice cut by Williams there. 0-1.
We talked, me and Steve and Ray. I haven't been with you but one time, but we've been so blessed to see all these great pitchers locally.
Yes.
This is about as good as I've seen since I've coached in the area.
Yeah, I've said the same thing. There's more pitching throughout, all the teams, not just one dominating between Cal and Jules, Trinity, Katie.
Pettit from John Marshall.
I couldn't remember her name.
I know we're going to miss some people, but man, is the pitching good.
Nice pick up there by Becca Evans.
Always would tell our players, if they don't score, they can't beat us, right, Jason?
Exactly. A 1-2 pitch from Katie Fluharty. Down low, 2-2. She's got 4 strikeouts already here in the second.
Another last night, I don't know if you caught it, Toronto lost a heartbreaker,
Yes.
Jace.
Oh,
and
man.
Reeves, what
a
a
nice job. Becca Evans took the mask off, found the ball, and was able to get it for out number 3.
I was about to say, Jace, Reeves had 19 strikeouts yesterday in less than 8 innings. They lost in the bottom of the 8th. I don't know how many outs there were, but 19 strikeouts in that game. We saw Jules King with an 18 strikeout. That's 18 out of 21, folks. in a game against Bern Union. We saw Trinity Lizzie Kell at Indian Creek with 18 and at Big Red with 16 strikeouts. It's just like double digits is automatic nowadays.
Yes. I mean, I was telling someone last night, Jules started the season with over 300 strikeouts.
And now?
She got over 600. That's amazing in 1 year.
Doubled in 1 year, right?
Yes.
And she missed her freshman year because of COVID.
Yes.
This half inning, bottom of the second, brought to you by Gianamore Self-Storage, owner John Gianamore, located 131 Ward Drive off of Bantam Ridge Road in Wintersville. Call Bill or Cookie at 740-264-4601, and prices starting as low as $60, one of the cheapest in the area for a 5x10.
Candace Laney to start off the bottom of the second, facing Grace Browning, Olivia Fankhauser, and back to the top with Becca Evans. See our main man, Principal Matthew Wayne Morrison, in attendance right over behind the bleachers.
Jason, I think this is Browning. I think Fankhauser's the deep.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah. Okay, you're right. Browning on top of the order.
Base hit.
You're right. I said Fankhauser. She's just the flex. I put her down at the bottom. Thank you, Coach.
Now batting,
Hit number 5 over the
Becca
first baseman's
Evans.
head. Becca Evans, who singled her first time up line drive over the shortstop's head.
That one wasn't hit quite as well as the other ones, but it all looks the same in DeMar's newspaper, right?
That's all I said. Looks like a line drive in the books. Evans, who crushed the line drive over the shortstop, hit her first time up. Nice pitch outside corner.
No bunt here. Becca's swinging away. And they might be playing a little too shallow in center, at least. Becca has some pop in her bat.
I mean, they were a little bit deeper for the other hitters, but Becca, not your typical leadoff hitter. 1-1 to Becca Evans. Grace Browning won first. Change up, drilled foul down the left field line. 1-2. Matthew Wayne Morrison. Let's see if I can get him over here. He was my junior high school teammate, and collegiate teammate. Evans fouls that one off, as well as post 33 teammate.
I don't know if the fans can see, but Becca's front left heel is a little bit out of the box in her stance. If it's up in the air, we're good. But if it's out of the box on the ground, this time it's up. She must have heard me. Okay, then you'd have to get back in. And that's trouble, Jace. That's trouble. Whoa, she got back and got it.
Nice job by right fielder Emma Redis.
Now batting, number 13.
Fooled me. That might have been more off the end of the bat than I realized. I thought that ball was way over her head.
So did I. I thought I had a chance of going opposite field home run, actually, Coach. Morgan Martin had reached on the air at first inning. First base, hand, third base
there
up.
it is.
Martin squares around the bunt, but misses that one as she did make the attempt.
I thought she might bunt the last time up and reached on a ground ball error by the first baseman. They got 2 or 3 guys that not just bunt the move around, they're bunting for hits for Edison.
Third base still up. Martin swings away there quickly, 0-2.
I think this is a really big inning. If Ridgewood wants to
great job Dan Vogel does.
Stay in the game, this is a really, really big inning for Ridgewood, not to let Edison get any more runs.
You're right, Coach. 0-2. Called on a nice stop there once again by J.D. Miller.
I believe all games, all games would be on Monday in the district. That would be Edison included, Big Red.
There's a ground ball. Nice stop by the first baseman into her territory.
She's out.
Bailey Williams.
Now batting, number 15.
So I thought they played
Audrey
Tuesday.
Scott.
I'll have to look that up, but I'm pretty sure. I thought I saw all games. Maybe you can correct me if you see it.
I can't get a signal.
That was unassisted to the first baseman, U3, so 2 outs. And Grace Browning moves up to second base.
Ball down low.
I think because the districts have much less than the sectionals, I think they're playing them all on Monday. But and everything's 2 district games, and they always worry about rain. But I could be wrong. There could be divisions that are different.
They were on the 11th, which is today, and then
1
the
and
15th.
1.
You're right.
Are they playing Monday?
Yep.
Okay.
Edison. Or the
If
winner
they
of
win,
this game.
yes.
Yeah, it's the winner of this game. I don't want to speak
Big
too
Red,
soon.
Big Red plays also on Monday for sure. Uh-oh.
1-on-1 line drive.
Not
This one gets
time.
over the center fielder's head. She's on her way to second. Browning in to score. 2-out double for Audrey Scott.
That'll be an
Now
RBI.
batting, number 20.
And we said earlier
Presley
we thought
Meadows.
center fielder might be a little shallow and didn't move back for Scott along with Becca Evans, and that one burnt her.
And Scott's second RBI. Presley Meadows, who doubled her first time up. That was another hard hit ball, Coach.
Yep, nice change up there, right at the knees. Good take by Presley. She also has an open stance like Becca Evans with her foot almost out of the box. Again, no penalty for that. You just tell them as an umpire you have to put your foot in to start, but if it's up in the air, you're okay.
Fly ball, center fielder going.
It's
over.
carrying. She get it?
And she makes
Wow.
the catch, yeah. 'Cause that ball kept carrying, as you said, the one was pushing up a little bit, but that will be out number 3. But for the Wildcats, another run on 2 hits. 1 runner left on after 2 complete. It's Edison 5. Ridgewood nothing. We'll be back after a word from our sponsors. Oh, man, I can't get up.
The meaning of cleaning, there's one name you gotta know. Apollo Pro Cleaning. Clean floor to ceiling. Apollo Pro Cleaning is the meaning of cleaning.
This high school event is brought to you by AT&T on Sunset via the AT&T wireless network. Remember, don't text and drive, it can wait. AT&T on Sunset is a proud sponsor of this high school event. Did you know you can get FDA registered hand sanitizer and EPA registered disinfectant cleaner locally? Well, you can. National Colloid has both. Get them now for your business or residence. They come in 55-gallon, 5-gallon, and 1-gallon sizes. Just call in your order and pick it up. There's no waiting. Call now, 740-282-1171. That's 740-282-1171. FDA registered hand sanitizer and EPA registered disinfectant cleaner locally at National Colloid. Call in today.
Back here at the top of the 3rd, Skylar Wright. Lead off for the Warriors this inning, for the Generals this inning, sponsored by who, Coach?
Water Transports. Owner Mike Keister. Give Mike or Michael Ann a call at 740-264-9999.
Skylar Wright, Emma Redis, and back to the top over to Caden Laney.
Right, one of the 3 freshmen in the lineup. Water Transports supplying the bottled and bulk water of the valley, and we're drinking that right now.
0-2 pitch. Nice waste pitch there. 4 strikeouts so far for Katie Foolhardy.
I did see Becca Evans loosening up before the game, so if we get a few more runs, you might see a pitching change an inning or 2 down the road.
0-2 gets her swinging, or 1-2 gets her swinging. Strikeout number 5.
However, Jace, is always a tough decision. We have a no-hitter going. What you want to do?
Yeah, what
with
do you
that?
do? You read my mind. I was going to ask you. You know,
I've taken kids out with no-hitters before, if you needed to. Although I don't know that Spencer does. I don't know what his regular season schedule is for this rest of the week, but doesn't play till Monday.
no, I was looking, and not to say Max Prepper's right. I pitch outside to Emma Redis. Max Prepper's right, but it has him playing John Glenn tomorrow.
Oh, he might have got that on there. He doesn't shy away from anybody.
Yes, I mean, he plays a very, very great schedule. Redis behind that pitch, 1-1.
So Spencer's philosophy, as should be, and of course you have to have the pitching to do it, and he normally does. Don't worry about the record. Let's play to prepare ourselves to get to the regional or up more.
That ball fouled off.
We felt last weekend in the Dave Grimm Memorial here that there were 3 teams that have a really good chance to make it to the regionals: Indian Valley, Edison, and Steubenville Big Red. Dave Grimm, a character, we'll talk about him a little bit down the road here. Passed away a few years back. Great coach.
Pitch outside 2-2, yes.
Baseball and softball coach. I remember Dave Grimm as for character there, Jace. We'd go to the meeting, you're allowed 4 scrimmages. Dave had 6 and had a big sign up saying more scrimmages needed. He wanted every advantage he could get.
Strikeout number 6.
Now
Yeah, Coach
batting
Grimm, Coach,
number
like I
2,
said, his son
Stephen
Ricky joined
Sneed.
Steubenville Legion. He was 18 my 6th year, and Coach Grimm came aboard as an assistant coach that year, and just what a great man to be around. Of course, Ricky was a great player for University of Indiana. Back to the top of the order. Ground ball down the first. Fielded by Browning. Steps on first for out number 3. Now in the third inning, 1, 2, 3. No hits, no runs, no errors. Of course, nobody left on. Edison 5. Ridgewood nothing. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors.
So you're driving the kids to school and you have to turn up the radio just to drown out the horrible sound your car's making. Who knows what you need? You're driving along without a care in the world. Then you notice the engine light comes on. Who knows what you need? You dread having to stop at red lights because your car sounds like it's screaming in pain. Who knows what you need? Napa Auto Care Center in Wintersville knows what you need. They're an established and reputable shop. They know engines, transmissions, brakes, alignments, and anything else your vehicle needs. They know what you need. Do you need the number? 740-346-2120.
And we are back here at the bottom of the third.
Leading off for the Wildcats.
So far, it's been all Edison, 5-0.
Katie Fluharty.
Here, Katie Fluharty flew out the center.
This half inning brought to you by Apollo Pro Cleaning and Restoration. Call Tony at 866-276-1418. Get those dirty carpets cleaned and outside siding cleaned. Open 24 hours.
First pitch outside to Fluharty.
Do we hear commercial in the background here, maybe?
That was me.
Oh, okay. All right.
Sorry
I
about
hear
that,
commercial.
yeah.
Okay.
Fluharty fouls this one out of play. No stays in. Hits the net 1-1. She hit that line drive right to the center fielder. Her first time up, where they got doubled up.
That's all you can ask if you're Edison. Hit the ball hard.
She fouls this one out of play. 1-2. Young James Laney throws a very nice changeup, Coach.
Well, I think she has. She's not overpowering, so you have to be able to mix speeds, keep the ball down low, and hit your spots.
Gets her on the outside corner. Her first strikeout of the game.
Now batting number 8, Allie Shree.
Allie Shreve, the sophomore who went deep over the left fielder's head. Her first time up.
For a home run. That ball seems to carry. It was carrying when I was down at Wheeling Park High School in the OVAC games. Boy, that ball take off. Fence only 200 feet all the way around, but a lot further than down at State Park with that 180, remember?
Yeah, oh, yeah. There's another line drive to left field. This one's going to bounce in for a base hit. I thought Grass was going to come up and get that, Coach, but...
Yeah, off the end of the
Now
bat, maybe
batting
she got a
number
little
1,
confused out
Pam
there. I got
Johnson.
that being their 7th hit already, and we're only 1 out into the 3rd inning.
Yes, sir. Her second. Pam Johnson, who singled her last time up in the first inning. It's
Trouble.
right down the third, throw over to first, and she gets back. Nice, strong throw by Cahill.
Now batting number 16.
Was right to her. Knew that was going to be an out. The question was it going to be a double play or not. Looked like Allie was leaning the wrong way there for a second,
Yes.
Jace. Wattis, the second baseman, senior batting. Last time up, she popped out the shortstop. That was a nice sliding, diving catch.
Yes. As Laney hits an outside corner once again.
I'm surprised I see a ball in the on-deck circle. I'm surprised the umpire didn't catch that.
I agree with you.
Can't have that ball on the ground there. Nobody's saying, because the catcher could go over and get hurt.
Right.
On deck hitter says, I don't care about that. I'm getting my swings, baby.
0-2 to Anna Waters. That pitch is outside.
If you guys get a shot, we're hoping our thoughts and prayers are with Ray Suckoch, who had some surgery today at Allegheny Hospital on a quad, I believe, and wish him the best of luck and maybe give him a shout out if you can.
1-2 this ball fouled off out of play. There he goes. He calls for it.
All right. Glad the ball went out of play, so she had to pick that one up and give it to the umpire. Again, 1-2, Jace. Let's take a look at the runner, see if she's moving on a swing. So 2 strikes, 2 outs, 5th inning.
And that pitch is well over the head of Waters. That'll send Shreve down to second. See a little bit 2-out magic.
So Jace always preached if there was 2 outs, we'd always just go in contact. 2 outs and 2 strikes, we go on a swing. 2 outs and a full count, we go on the pitch.
I like it.
Now here, she doesn't have to go on a swing because she's not forced, but I try to have him going on a swing so we can be in position to score here. Just watch you don't get tagged out, ground ball down to third, that's all.
And this is one of them where I would always say, I want you to get the biggest lead possible. Like, I would be screaming, get off further than that, get off further than that.
Now batting, number
As
45.
Waters draws a walk, Grace Browning. Who singled?
You were a great asset to the Big Red program down there when you were coaching with Gus DiMarzio, who's had a great year and is doing a good job down at Big Red.
I definitely miss it, I tell you that, Coach. Learned a lot from you, Spencer. What's his name? Ed Westow, John Marshall.
Grace Browning had a single last time up. She's the 3rd baseman today.
Pops this one up. It's going to get out of play. 0-2. In this inning, I have to give Cadence Laney credit. She's worked ahead for most of the hitters. She tries to get out of here without giving up a run.
Again, tough for them to get 5 runs off of Katie. Can't afford to give them any more if you're Ridgewood. Edison trying to bust it open.
She fouls this one out, and I want to get this out because I do not want Becca Evans up this inning with runners on. I'd rather have Becca leading off with nobody on next inning.
I watched Shreve that time. She had a good jump on that swing.
0-2. Chopper down to third.
Fair ball.
Throw it down to first, and they get her.
I think she slowed up, maybe thinking the ball was foul.
I think so, too. I'm not sure what happened there, but nice job of staying with it by Michaela Cahill. Edison, no runs. 1 hit, 2 runners left on. After 3 complete, 5-0 Wildcats.
Naples Spaghetti House since 1923, located in downtown Steubenville at 329 North Street. Great food, great bread, and great atmosphere. You can dine in or call in to carry out. They have monthly and weekly specials. Just visit NaplesSpaghettiHouse.com to see all the current specials, or look them up on Facebook. Naples Spaghetti House in Steubenville is closed on Mondays and open 11 to 7 Tuesday through Friday and noon to 7 on weekends. To call in and order, it's 740-283-3405. 740-283-3405. Naples Spaghetti House since 1923.
Top of the 4th here, Jaden Miller, Maggie Shannon, Taryn Morris.
Leading off
This inning
the 4th
sponsored
inning
by.
for the Generals, number 8.
Oh, thank you,
J.D.
John.
Miller.
This inning is sponsored by National Colloid. Mike Barber, give him a call at 740-282-1171. A toll manufacturer of specialty chemicals for use of all phases of water and waste treatment applications.
J.D. Miller, who hit a hard ground ball to second baseman Waters, who made a nice play on it.
Fluharty flirting, let's say that quick, huh? With a no-hitter and could have perfect game if not for a throwing error back in the first inning.
Just missed there, 2-0. The 2-0 pitch. Fouled off. And we do have a nice little, section behind us, but also here, the ability to sit out, behind center field and up on the right field hill. See a lot of people up there in their chairs.
Yeah. That must be the primetime seats up there.
Yeah.
Maybe those are the people that snuck in, Jace. I don't know.
That ball fouled off from Evans Mass. So from 2-0 quickly to 2-2.
This is the only senior, and she's taking her whacks. Miller, J.D. Miller, taking hearty cuts here, trying to get something started for Ridgewood, down 5-0, top of the fourth.
And like you said earlier, they got to start packing away. It's hard to get 5 runs, off of Fluharty. And she gets her strike 3, looking number 7. She had 2 strikeouts each inning so far, Coach.
Maggie Shannon.
Well, I told you, we've been seeing double digits. It's almost, if I was making a bet, I think I'd have to bet every game I've done this year has always been double digits, sometimes with both pitchers, strikeouts. This is the only runner to reach. She reached on an error with 2 outs in the first, the shortstop.
Maggie Shannon, she's behind on that one. She got 7 strikeouts, 4 swinging and 3 of the caught-looking variety. Stepping on deck, Taryn Morris.
This is Kirby Shivers, who used to coach against me way back in the day, his granddaughter. He's back helping after getting out in 2018. He's a volunteer coach, said, Jace, just happy to come when I feel like it and not come when I don't want to.
0-2.
And he also told me all the coaches for Ridgewood, we don't know them all. Amber Bates, the head coach, are all his former players, which
That's
is kind of
awesome.
neat.
Yes, that 0-2. Just missed outside.
Too close to take, I thought, huh?
I agree with you.
Not the same intensity as last night's game with Weirton and Oak Glen, Jace. Or you didn't have much intensity either, did you? In the Liverpool Big Red game.
And I mentioned a couple of times last night, much respect to Liverpool coaches and players, because they didn't quit the entire game. Just little things like the foul ball I talked about earlier, saying all 3 players hustle after the foul ball. Just, they gave it their heart and soul the entire game. That ball fouled off right behind us.
Yeah, we saw in a Weirton game a couple days ago, Jace. They were playing East Fairmont, and they had a senior, I believe it's the head baseball coach, is Allie Cowden's daughter, doesn't get to play much. She got a single, and boy, did that bench erupt.
That fires you up.
Yeah, man, that nice team attitude.
This one fouled. It'll stay in play.
Hard to believe. Last night, Steve Daly, as big and strong as he is, jumping out of foul ball way. I told him Janet and Ashland could catch those in a heartbeat, man.
Yeah, Ashland would be embarrassed if she saw that. 1-2. Folks, join us Saturday. The 1-2 pitch. Ooh, just missed outside. 2-2. We'll be at the Crimson Complex, 1:30. Soonville Big Red open up their sectional against the Beaver local Fighting Beavers. And then Monday, we are definitely going to be at Vaquero Field as the Crusaders open up against Bellsville. That ball handcuffed her right there, Coach.
She's hanging tough. Sometimes I like to, when pitchers is dominant, let's choke up a little more. Let's split grip. Let's open up. Let's do something to help us catch up to speed and try to make contact. Can't have all these strikeouts. Got to try to do something. You can't do anything without putting it into play.
2-2. She gets her swinging strikeout number 8.
Now batting.
Coach, I know it's kind of late too
Taryn
now, but
Morris.
how do you feel about it? I always said we're going to mix some bunts in here because if we're not hitting the ball, I want to get it in play, try to make them make some mistakes.
I definitely agree. The only thing I would say to counter that is I don't know how much they work on drop bunts or bunt. You don't have bunters on base to move people, so you're bunting for a hit, and I don't know what their speed is, and I don't know how much they work on that. But I totally agree with you there, Jace. You got to do something. As I watched last year, that pitch misses 2-1. I watched University play New Philly, Julia Miller, who's now on the Ohio State roster. 21 outs. She had a couple of walks. 21 outs were all by strikeouts. I think I saw 1 bunt attempt the whole game.
Right. I mean, there's nothing. Just miss inside this pitch. So 2-1 now. to Taryn Morris, who struck out her first time up. Morris made that fine play in center early in the game and turned a double play. What a beautiful day here.
So Katie has her double-digit strikeouts this inning again already, Jess.
Yes, 3-1.
Looking for the hat trick, huh?
3-1 count, though, here.
We'll try to get a ball strike count from John Gianamore here at the end of this inning on Katie.
That's how to play full count.
I'd like to thank John for coming, keeping score, keeping us honest, and doing the ball strike count, and helping with little things, getting the player of the game, and maybe most important, taking the picture of the player of the game to Dan Vogel, which has become a very popular thing. Always feel bad when 2 or 3 people deserve it.
Right, I agree with you. Line drive, pop-up, excuse me, by your shortstop, Anna Wattis. Excuse me, Morgan Martin, for out number 3. So he gets 2 more strikeouts there. After 4.5, Edison 5, Ridgewood nothing. We'll be right back with a word after a word from our sponsors.
There's nothing like the sound of a ball solidly hit off a wooden bat. At the Swearingen Bat Company, all bats are handcrafted for you. Their focus is on a player's specific needs. The perfect balance with a perfect handle should be a smooth extension to the batter. Visit the Swearingen Bat Company online at swearingenbaseball.com or look them up on Facebook. Get that perfect quality wooden bat handcrafted locally just for you. There are plenty of models for all levels of play, and they also make great gifts for your special player. You can even choose your own design right down to the specific color. Make sure you visit the Swearingen Bat Company today. Premium quality custom wooden bats, locally made. The Swearingen Bat Company is a proud sponsor of this broadcast.
Number 35, Becca Evans.
We're back, bottom of the 4th. Edison 5, Ridgewood nothing.
Katie Fluharty, 62 pitches, 42 balls, 20 strikes. And the freshman pitcher, Laney, 66 pitches, believe it or not, Jace, 50 strikes and 16 balls.
Yeah, she's been around the plate. You said it earlier the entire game. Just but Edison's been putting the ball in play.
This half inning brought to you by Gianamore Self Storage. Call Bill or Cookie at 740-264-4601.
Evans flies over towards second base, going back and making the catch. Skylar Wright for out number 1.
Now batting, number 13, Morgan Martin.
Morgan Martin, 0 for 2 on the day.
Reached on an error the first time and grounded out to the first baseman. So she's hit the ball twice to first base. She tried to drop bunt last time up. Let's see if Spencer will try to do the same thing here or let her swing away.
Seems we fouls this one off.
Right now the game in pretty good control. 5-0 Edison. With Katie Fluharty, but I never have enough, do we, Jace?
Exactly right. And you just don't, and you don't want to get a lull if you're Edison. You jumped out quick. You want to keep that life going.
Oh, we just told you, St. Clairsville had 1 win, I think, in the whole year, and jumped out on Meadowbrook 10-2 in the 6th inning and lost 11-10.
Wow, there's a line drive over the first baseman's head for Morgan Martin. Her first hit, her 8th of the game I have.
Now
Is that correct?
Number 15,
yes.
Audrey Scott.
And she ripped the last time up. She has 2 RBIs, reaching on a fielder's choice, and ripped a double last time.
There's water supplied by Water Transport. They get a nice shot there.
Got speed at first. She's going.
Throw down. And she gets in there for the stolen base.
I like what you said. Don't want to just get lured to sleep here. You want to be aggressive. So Spencer going close play.
Nice shot down there. Just a little slow coming out of the crouch position that time. But strong arm by J.D. Miller.
Oh, what a stop.
Excellent job. That's another thing, Coach. This year, more than anything, I've found myself saying, nice stop by the catcher. What a great job the catchers have been doing. I mean, it just seems they have picked up blocking. And there's a pop-up shallow left field coming in and making the catch. No, it's going to fall. Grass misses it.
I think that Martin thought it was caught too, and she ran back to second. got to be looking at the ball and have your belly button facing the ball and leaning to third base.
Yes,
but she did not want to get doubled off there. We're going to have to give a single on that.
Yes, Coach Bender wasn't too happy with it either, is he? But I mean, I'm used to the Ashland Dailies, the Taylor Clarks, the Maitea Barkers, and you see here and there, but it just seems like more and more you're seeing a lot. As we talked about the pitchers.
Well, the other thing, you got to give those catchers credit because these pitchers are now, they got tremendous movement and they're throwing 60 miles an hour.
Yes. Presley Meadows, who doubled and flew out to center. First and second, one out here, bottom of fourth, 2-0.
Presley definitely has home run power. She's looking to put Edison ahead 8-0 on this swing. Got under it.
Ball shallow right, coming in and making the catch for the out. There's Emma Redis, out number 2.
Very nice.
Katie
Now batting,
Fluharty.
number 27.
Easy
Katie
catch, but she set
Fluharty.
herself up to have a nice strong throw to third because Martin was doing what she was supposed to be there, tagging at second base if the availability came to go to third base. Fluharty today, pitching that no-hitter, is 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a fly to center field.
Right there, ball outside. And, I'm looking at the positioning in outfield, and you'd have to say either they're calling the pitches outside because it's a lot of left field lines to this right-handed hitter. Well, that one was inside. But
I'll tell you what, any gap shot's going to score 2. Audrey Scott can really fly at first, and there's great speed at second. So a base hit's going to score Martin. Any slight gap shot's going to score 2. Another nice stop.
2-1, good job, J.D. Miller. Folks, do us a favor, go to YouTube. Hit subscribe. Ohio Valley Sports Online costs you nothing, but it'll let you know when we are on, what games we're doing. And it helps us to try to get to 2,000 as that one's outside. We're about 1,500 followers right now. Would love to get to 2,000. Thank you for your participation, folks.
Don't forget, after the game, we'll have player of the game.
3-1 pitch popped up, coming in. Second baseman's got it. Right, and she don't make the catch to end the Edison threat there. So for the second inning in a row, no runs. 1 hit, 2 runners left on. After 4 complete, 5-0 Edison. Did I miss a hit there?
The Steubenville Bakery has the best Italian bread and hard rolls in the Ohio Valley. They're open Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. It's been a tradition since 1937. They are located at 525 South Street. That's Steubenville Bakery, the best Italian bread and hard rolls in the Ohio Valley.
Want to become a sponsor of this online sports broadcast? It's easy. Look us up on Facebook under Ohio Valley Sports Online. Drop us a message right on our wall or shoot us an email. More bang for your buck. Why? Because it's not radio. It's an online internet sports broadcast with unlimited and endless potential for you. Why settle for less when you can advertise with the best? Ohio Valley Sports Online.
Number 17, Micaiah Cahill.
Top of the 5th here. This inning brought to you by
Water Transports. Give Mike or Michael Ann a call at 740-264-9999. All your bottled and bulk water serving the tri-states in 77.
Pitch a little bit high there. Is cruising along so far through 4. Katie Fluharty, she's got 8 strikeouts, 2 per inning. What's going on, Bill?
Cahill's one of those 8 strikeouts. So is Schrock, the next hitter. And the third hitter this inning is Bailey Williams, who popped up to Becca Evans, who made a super play on that foul ball.
1-1 here. Well behind right there.
Just getting overpowered, Jace.
Yes.
I'm with you. If you're able to bunt, let's do it. If you're not, let's really choke up on the bat and try to split your grip and do something. Open up. Get that bat head going around quicker.
And I'm not, I didn't get in depth, which I usually try to do, but looking at Ridgewood's schedule, it just, do they see the type pitching that flew Hardy?
They did a few times. Connaughton Valley has a pitcher going D1 twice. They played Indian Valley, who has not a D1 pitcher, but she could be. She throws 64, and she's going to Malone. So, yeah, they faced a few teams, but not on a consistent basis.
Right. And she gets her for the second time this game. Strikeout number 9.
And who knows, Jace, who they played in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah. It just reminded me of the university's coach just reading the paper after that game against Big Red, and she just said, he said we don't see pitching like this.
Right. Yeah, I'm just telling you, around this area is as good as I've seen it. And there's some good ones in the district also, but boy, the OVAC is really well schooled, and it's not just one pitcher. McKenna Scott is a heck of a good pitcher at Indian Creek, doesn't get to pitch much. Becca Evans and Presley Meadows, good pitchers. It seems like a lot. Like, how about Lizzie Kell, number 2 pitcher last year, right?
Okay. Maddie McKay. Quickly 0-2 to Kiera Strock, who struck out looking the first time. And I'm anxious. I cannot wait to see, hopefully she comes back while Sadie Edwards on the hole.
Yeah, we wish her a speedy recovery from her surgery. Torn ACL, correct?
Yes, sir. The 0-2 pitch to Strock. Just missed outside.
Really good player, good kid, good person. Just sick when I heard she got hurt.
Yes.
3-sport athlete, is it?
Yes, he's very, very adept at basketball.
I didn't know if she played volleyball or soccer or just basketball.
No, she's really a 2-sport, but and I think it's going to change now. As she gets another strikeout for the 5th inning in a row. She's got at least 2 strikeouts.
Bailey Williams,
who popped up, but her mother and dad told me that Katie said, I want to play soccer.
Soccer, okay.
But I don't know if that's going to change with the injury,
Good point. Jules played soccer, by the way. Jules King.
Oh, I didn't know that.
But not basketball.
Ball inside.
Pretty tough when you play year-round. I think she played some basketball in junior high, Jules King, and some of these kids, but then you're playing travel ball, you're trying to go to college. You like to limit it sometimes to 2 sports. Wow. I thought she got beamed almost on that.
Me too. That would have been when you got hit and could have strike it.
Yeah. Yeah, if you swing and miss and the ball hits you, it's just a dead ball and a strike.
Right. That's what I used to tell my daughter when I said, my favorite pitch of yours when you throw a screwball and they swing and it hits their hands. Ooh, it just missed 2-1.
Katie doing a good job mixing inside and out. Her ball is moving. Pretty dominant, and we talked about it early. I think I'm just leaving her in if she continues with this no-hitter.
Yes. There's a pop-up in foul territory, going over and making a catch in the foul ground. Excellent job.
Browning.
Gracie Browning. We're going to stay here. So, once again, 2 strikeouts in the inning, Coach.
Yep.
Out number 3, no hits, no runs, no errors.
Spencer would have an easy decision, although he probably is going to leave her in. If they get 5 runs, he doesn't have to make that decision, right? It'd be easy because it would be a 10-run rule. So
yes.
Ridgewood hanging in there after getting down 4 runs in the first. And, you got to be pretty happy with that if you're the head coach with a young team. But you don't want to let this get away from you.
You're right. And as we talked about last week, if I'm Spencer, hey, let's put the foot back on the pedal a little bit, folks. So.
And Allie Shreve, who's 2 for 2 coming up to put that foot down with a home run over the left center field fence and a looping single last time up.
Yeah, that was her father came over and said hello, proud dad, Bill Shreve.
Again, coaching for the Edison Wildcats. Spencer Bendel down at third, Jeremy Maddox at first, Lindsay Morrison and Michaela Tice, the JV coaches, probably in there in the dugout helping out, and scorekeeper Christina Turk-Blake.
Allie Shreve, Pam Johnson, Anna Wattis here in the bottom of the 5th. Wildcats would like to put a couple more on here. Nice pitch. Going to give the freshman credit, Coach. She's hung in there after that first. Like you said, it was rough in the first.
And this is a loser-go-home kind of game, not like in West Virginia where it's double elimination. Another hit, huh? Nope.
Right
at
to the second baseman, fielded by right on the first for out number 1.
Thought that might sneak up the middle.
Pam Johnson, who singled. She
Now
lined out to the
batting,
third
number
baseman.
1, Pam Johnson.
Coach, Caden's Lane, this is his first inning, he's given up 1 run.
Yeah, they've gotten some hits. They've had some runners, but she's wiggled out of the a base hit to score that run. Bunt here. Yep.
Right back fielded down to first, and they get her.
Wow, was that close? Good call.
Excellent job not panicking, fielding the position and making the play.
Now batting, number 16.
Just showed it a little
Anna
bit early,
Wallace.
just a little bit hard. Right back to the
Right back to the
pitcher.
pitcher,
Left or
yeah.
right would have been helpful there for her. But she can get down that line, boy. Pam does.
I agree with you. She gets that to the left side a little bit. I don't think she has a chance of getting her. Anna Wotus walked and popped up to short. Another first pitch strike. So they have a sophomore pitcher that's hurt, and a freshman pitcher. I mean, the future's bright for Ridgewood.
And it's hard to say. I know Edison is losing 8 seniors, but Spencer always has some good JV kids coming up, and he
Yes.
also has 2 good pitchers still coming back next year, both being seniors.
Ground ball down the third, off Cahill's leg. Have to give her an error there, Coach.
Yes. Even though it was hit hard, it was right at her, E5.
Now batting, number 45, Grace Browning.
Grace Browning singled, grounded out to the third base. 2 outs here, bottom of the 5th. Stay tuned, folks, after the game as we select our player of the game. Just missed down low. And once again, Saturday afternoon, 1:30 start time. Soon will be great, taking on Beaver Local. There goes the runner, line drive to left field. It's going to be down. Fielded on the hop by Gress.
Spencer still being very aggressive with speed on the bases. When you have somebody like Johnson, Wattis, Martin, Scott, he's going to move those guys.
Yeah, it's nice when your number 9 hitter's 2 for 3, Coach.
Now batting,
Becca
number
Evans
35,
turned the order over
Becca
again. We're in the 5th
Evans.
inning, and she's batting for her 4th time of the
Yes.
day, Jace.
You got to love that. That's a great stat you want to hear.
Spencer would like to hear a stat that says, let me get more runs, huh?
Yes. As Edison has not scored. Scored 4 in the first, 1 in the second. That ball gets away. Runners move up to second, third on the wild pitch.
So a single score 2. I don't know if Spencer was asking for obstruction on the third baseman.
No, he's gonna get a
no,
courtesy
just a
runner.
courtesy, not a pinch runner, I think, right?
Yes, number
Now
12.
running for the Wildcats, number 12, Ellie Joinson.
Ellie Joinson.
Talked about it yesterday. Obstruction in softball and baseball, just slightly different.
Yeah, that's something else you taught me this year.
In softball, you get the base you were deemed to have made without obstruction, such as diving back into first. Umpire's going to keep you there if you got obstructed. Baseball, you get one base beyond there, so you would get second if you dove back into first. Why don't they make the same rule? I don't understand, but there is differences. Another difference, Jace, on a bunt, as she takes ball 2. If you do bunt in softball and go backwards, it's dead right then and there, and the runner will have to return. In baseball, you can walk all the way back till you get to home plate, just as the Cubs did against the Pirates about
yes,
2 years ago. So it's a couple easy differences.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah, if you
So that was a
you
girls'
can
softball
stop,
game,
but
it
if you
was-
go backwards, it's dead, and the bunt is going to nullify that runner to go into second.
Ground ball through the left side base hit. 1 run scores. Here comes the second one. Becca Evans with the 2-run RBI single. Her second hit of the game.
We're going to probably have a courtesy runner here again. And there she comes. Is it number 30? No, is it a different one? Nope, number 30 again.
Now
Okay.
running for the Wildcats,
Russell, I think.
number 30, Hannah Russell.
Anna Russell. So, excellent job after getting the first 2
Now
outs.
batting, number 13,
Error by the third
Morgan
baseman, the
Martin.
single. They make them pay. Morgan Martin, who singled her last time up 1 for 3. That ball up the middle here on her way to third. Third Russell. Strong throw from center, but she'll be on the back. She's going to try to go home.
Uh-oh.
They got her in a rundown. And she's run out for out number 3. Excellent job. Once again, the backups, backing up the throws like they're supposed to be. They get the third out after the single by Martin. And I'm not going to try to figure out what that went from 8 to 5.
8 to 5. We'll just say 8 to 5 to 2 to 5, I think,
there you
right?
go.
Okay.
For out number 3. But the Wildcats pick up 3 more hits, 2 more runs, and 1 left on. After 5 completed, 7-0 Edison. We'll be back after a word from our sponsors.
The meaning of cleaning, there's one name you gotta know. Apollo Pro Cleaning. Clean floor to ceiling. Apollo Pro Cleaning is the meaning of cleaning.
In a time of crisis, Apollo cares. At Apollo Pro Cleaning and Restoration, your health and safety is our top priority. Equipped to disinfect your home or facility with our award-winning Apollo 360 electrostatic disinfection process. Residential properties, offices, schools, retail spaces, factories, medical facilities, restaurants, transportation, and more. Apollo is here to help you combat the spread of COVID. Contact us today to find out how we can help serve you.
Clean floor to ceiling. Apollo Pro Cleaning is the meaning of
Skylar Wright.
Back here, we're in the top of the 6th. This half inning brought to you by Apollo Pro Cleaning and Restoration. Call Tony at 866-276-1418. Get those dirty carpets cleaned and also outside siding if you need to. Open 24 hours a day.
Skylar Wright leading off the top of the 6th. And just as she's done all game, Katie Fluharty starting out quickly, 0-2.
2 an inning, double-digit strikeouts already, and still shoving that no-hitter.
I was going to ask you, Coach, if she gives up a hit, do you take her out or just let her finish?
Well, we'll find out, huh?
Yep. And Skylar Wright breaks up the no-hitter.
Yeah, I'm not sure you're going to take her out only for this reason. Becca Evans was the one who loosened before the game, and she's got the catching gear on and hasn't loosened up. So
Right.
probably let her pitch the inning, and then if it stays 7-0 or more, then I might throw somebody in the top of the 7th.
Number 8 hitter Skylar Wright getting the first hit.
There's your bunt. Try, anyhow. Skylar Wright's only a freshman, so she broke up the no-hitter. This is Redis, the right fielder, who's played pretty good defensively today. She's a junior. So finally they have a chance to try to move a runner, but you need more than an out for a run, an advancement.
There's a big cut there. Quickly 0-2. I don't know what kind of speed, and just little things I look at. Look at the distance from short to second and second to second. There's a lot of room. I mean, I know she's pretty quick there, but any kind of speed I might be trying, especially when you're down.
You know, they need base runners, that's for sure, but Katie's staying out in front.
1 ball, 2 strikes. That ball's fouled off.
I wish we had ways of getting, we do get scores after we leave, but I wish we had ways of giving all the other Division III games. Fort Fry would be the favorite, and that's who Edison would face next. I can't even remember who their opponent is.
I can look that up for a second. And she gets another strikeout. Second time of the day.
On the top bracket, with one team going to the regional, Meadowbrook and Claymont appear to be headed for a district semifinal, and the winners of those 2 games, probably Edison, possibly Fort Fry, possibly Meadowbrook and Claymont, will end to regional to play number 1 in the state, Wheelersburg. By the way, Jace, last year Wheelersburg knocked out Martins Ferry in the district final, and then went to play, or not Wheelersburg, but Tuskegee Central, or Tuskegee Valley, excuse me. And then they went and played Wheelersburg and lost 19-0 in 4.5 innings.
Wow. 2-0.
That's how tough it is. There's so many monsters in the state.
Right.
Talk to my buddy Mike Maver-Mattis as I'll go after this pitch.
That ball on the first base out and foul ball just on the.
He had a team called West Jefferson near the Dayton area, Division III, in this division of Edison. Their pitcher, he said, fastest, best pitcher in his life. And you know how many games he's done, ever faced. So he talked to the dad after the game, clocked at 70.
Oh, my.
And, you might say, well, okay, we're not going to Arizona. So she's legit.
So that
okay?
70 is a legit 70, yeah.
Okay, so you got Wheelersburg. It is unbelievable. And the same way in Division II, I'll get back to that in a minute.
3-1 pitch. Fouled off.
So if Steubenville or John Glenn or Martins Ferry or New Philly, whoever makes it to Pickerington to play in the regional, their job only has to beat Athens, the #1 team in the state, who's already beaten John Glenn by 7 runs this year.
Wow. There's
trouble.
There's a base hit.
That's the pitcher, huh?
Yes, so the 2 freshmen in the lineup.
Now batting, number 8, JD.
The 2 freshmen in the lineup with base hits here, first and second. 1 out here, top of the 6th.
And the senior, Miller, up. She's had some pretty good hacks today.
As the General's trying to get something started.
And Indian Valley and Dover appear to be headed for a district final, possibly 2. Wow, look at this. Fake bunt and steal.
And she's going to be safe. The ball goes out.
So we're going to give stolen base. I had a chance to get her. I'm not sure I'd take that chance down 7 runs, and that could have been an out.
Yes.
But they were aggressive. And moving the runner up.
And Miller, what's confidence you have in Miller giving away that strike?
No, she's bunting.
She fouls that one, so it's 0-2.
Well, you wanted some bunts. You got them, Jace. They finally got some runners to bunt with.
Yeah, I don't know if I do.
I don't still want an out for an advance for a run here if I'm down 7.
Exactly. That's what yeah.
But put it in play. It's better than striking out, right?
Yes, sir. 0-2.
She struck out her last time up. One of Katie's 11 in the game.
Yeah, but she hit the ball hard. First time, just right at second.
And she is the only senior.
1-2.
There's
a base hit up the middle. 1 run scores. Here comes the throw. It's going to be cut off.
Nope, he cut it. Okay.
Yeah.
Good job, JD. Good job.
Another hit. J.D. Miller makes it 7-2.
Good thing Edison got those 2 runs last inning, huh, Jace?
As Ridgewood's not saying. And Miller's going to stay in the run.
Let's go.
Maggie Shannon struck out. Got on for air.
Sometimes you get a couple hits and it just builds confidence to the other players.
Yes. 7-2, top of the 6th.
So not only has Katie lost her no-hitter this inning, she's lost the shutout.
Maggie Shannon grounds the second. Johnson on the first. She'll take the second out there. And Wise.
Yeah, I like the decision.
Now batting, number 1.
Just getting out. We're up 5 runs. Even though you had a chance for a force at second, you're not turning 2 anyhow. So we have a pinch hitter here, maybe.
No, they're going to get a courtesy runner for the catcher.
Courtesy, okay.
Yeah.
Only for asthma's sake. I'm not.
I'm with you.
She's hot.
I'm with you.
Hey, you're the coach. You do what you
Now running for the
13,
Generals, number
right?
13, Maddie Wilkins.
Good call, Casey. Good call.
So Maddie Wilkins, courtesy running for J.D. Miller. 2 outs, 7-2 Edison, top of 6.
Taryn Morris struck out and flew out to the shortstop. Out in front of that one. Yeah, so she explained why she was running first. But hey, I'm a coach. This is what's going to happen. There's the one pitch, and that ball is going to get over the second baseman's head. Here comes another run heading home. Throw to the plate, and she's going to be safe to throw down the second.
Get her.
She's going to be. Excellent shot by Evans down the second. Morris drives the run in, but gets thrown out the second trying to advance. But the Generals come up with 4 hits in the inning, 3 runs.
I don't have an error for Edison that
No.
inning either.
7-3 after 6.5, or excuse me, 5.5. The General's not dying, Coach, man. Folks, once again, join us Saturday, 1:30, Steubenville Big Red taking on the Fighting Beavers, Beaver Local in sectional boys baseball. And then Monday, we'll be at Vaquero Field as Catholic Central takes on Bellsville, the Blue Devils.
This half inning, bottom of the 6th, brought to you by National Colloid, Michael Barber, number 740-282-1171. They provide products and solutions that span various industries, from commercial, institutional facilities to food processing and industrial plants. A toll manufacturer of specialty chemicals for use in all phases of water and waste treatment applications. So even though the game still appears to be pretty well in hand, if you're Edison, wouldn't hurt to tack up a couple more runs here.
Yes, as they got 3 last innings. I'm going to say we got 3 last innings. What's to say we can't get 4 next,
Scott, I'm really impressed with her in her 4 years. She's going to Mount Aloysius, by the way. Katie Fluharty heading to Marietta College.
Oh, awesome.
Scott's 2 for 3 today with a single, double, and 2 ribbies, and also scored a run.
She'll be followed by Presley Meadows and Katie Fluharty. 2-0. And you talked about the pitch, the pitch is thrown earlier for the first time. I can remember she's fallen behind early, so she's thrown a lot of strikes as Cadence.
Yeah, she gave up 2 unearned runs last inning, or, it would have been 4-1 and all goose eggs, right?
Yes.
Let's see if Scott has the green light, 3-0. Probably not, since they scored some runs. It's taken all the way.
Yes, sir, 3-1. We'll give a shout out to our honorary VIP food sponsor of the day, Albert and Gina Shapa, or Gina's. Okay, on Celebration the Sunset, there's a ball over the first baseman's head into right field. And that's going to be obstruction. Go, go.
Okay, let's hope she's okay.
Yes.
That's actually the defense's fault. They have to get out of the road. And now the umpire is going to get together after they check the injury. Let's hope she's fine, and determine whether to keep her at first or put her at second. In baseball, automatically she would get second base. Here, it's their determination. It's their judgment. Do you keep her there, or do you think she would have made second base?
Yeah, I think she would have made second. And let me ask you this, Coach, and I was always taught, and I may be wrong, had she kept going, even if she was out, she would have been given second. Right?
Well, no. Had she been going and out, she wouldn't have been out. She's safe between the bases, but you still put her where you deem she would have gotten. So let's say she's 1/4 of the way, and she says, I'm going to go, and she's out by 7 steps. All right? That you give her probably back to first base. You put her back to first base. Here, I think they're going to give her second, because I think she would have made it with her speed, too.
Yes.
Let's see what they say. It's not automatic.
And they're sending her down.
So we're going to give a double on that.
Nice hand for first baseman Bailey Williams.
Yeah, that's a tough one. I mean, she was just trying to get in position to get a force out at first, but you do have to get out of the road.
Yes.
The runner has the right there, and that is definitely obstruction. And again, it's umpire's judgment whether to leave her at first or put her at second, and I thought that was the right call.
I agree with you 100%.
Now batting, number 20, Presley Meadows.
Presley Meadows, 1 for 3. Doubled in the first, flew out to center, then flew out to right. The Wildcats would like to add to their lead. Nice work once again by J.D. Miller back there.
Presley has 2 RBIs with that double in the first inning. Again, home run power threat. And the outfield is a little deeper for her this time.
I think she was taking that all the way, Coach.
Yeah, I'm not sure of that. Why? I don't think she's a person that's a first strike taker. if you know that they are, then you can steal a strike in this game, Jason.
Exactly,
That's
yes.
important.
That ball outside, 2-1.
Our pitcher, little freshman, looking a little tired out there,
Yes.
Laney, Cadence Laney. But boy, she's pitched a well of a game for a 9th grader.
The 2-1. Nice job by Presley holding off on it. 3-1.
They also really I don't know if they have a go-to pitcher. Their sophomore pitcher got hurt on an outfield fly ball, diving, sprained her hand, and is unavailable today.
Full count. What are you looking for there?
Nobody out. Bottom of 6, 7-3 Wildcats.
Ball 4 outside, so Meadows draws a walk. Is that her first walk?
Yeah, the pitcher's first walk. I'm thinking it
Now
is.
batting,
That's
number
man,
27.
that's a job.
John
Katie
says 2. Let's see.
Okay.
Yeah. Normally Jason knows. I'm the one that doesn't know, Dan. Okay.
There's a fly ball in the
It's
shallow
going to be
right.
foul. We don't know if she caught it or not. She must have missed it. Her
Right,
screen
Scott's
with the
hustle.
building here. I don't know. If we had electric, maybe we should be up on the hillside next time here. Huh? You can see the whole field up there.
Yeah.
Jason. Katie so far 0 for 3 today with a strikeout on a borderline pitch at the ankles knee area.
Swinging there.
She's definitely pulling off the ball. That's a good location on her. And again, I'm not sure if you had a chance to check, but the winner of this game will play the winner of Fort Fry, and I'm just not sure who their opponent is.
For you in 1 minute.
And it's going on right now. And on the other side of the bracket, the 2 favorites would be Meadowbrook and Claymont. And one of those 4 teams, if they all make it, are going to the regional.
There's a fly ball to right field coming in and making the catch. Emin Redis.
I'm impressed with her throws today.
Nice, strong throw.
Now, I like
Now batting,
that
number
Scott
8,
didn't go. What I
Allie
didn't like is
Shreve.
she stood on the base. You got to get off 3 or 4 steps.
Yes.
And then if the ball ricochets away, you could be at the next base. Here comes Allie Shreve, 2 for 3 with a home run and a single and an RBI in the first inning.
Allie just a sophomore.
The only sophomore in the starting lineup today. All 6 seniors and 3 juniors and 1 sophomore. And you'd say, well, how about 10? They had a DP flex.
Yes.
Trouble. Wow.
That ball is drilled in the right center gap. She's on her way to second. Strong throw in, though. And she gets, she said she got her. But the Wildcats will pick up 2 runs.
Only the second out. Two RBIs.
Strong throw from center field into second. I don't know who threw that, right or center?
Now
I
batting,
think the center
number
fielder
1,
that
Center
time.
fielder
Pam
Taryn Morgan.
Johnson.
So Shreve gets out, but she drives in 2 runs with her 3rd hit of the game.
Now puts Edison up 9-3. Pam Johnson, the senior center fielder. Good center fielder for them. Nice bunter, good foot speed. Sure not bunting here. Spencer does a good job with sportsmanship. When he knows things are pretty well in hand, he kind of calls off the dogs a little bit, which you should do.
Well, Coach, I don't know if this ball has popped up, if this is right or not, but on the Ohio High School Athletic Association site, it has Barnesville beating Fort Fry.
Well, they could have. Barnesville and Fort Fry was a good matchup. And I think Barnesville actually might have been a
Yeah,
higher
Barnesville was a
seed.
3 seed, yes.
Okay, here's a bunt. Well, I take it back, Spencer.
Down, she is moving down the line.
Beautiful drop bunt.
Yes.
I'm not sure I would with 2 outs in the
Now
6th, up
batting,
6
number
runs,
16,
but
Anna Wattis.
one of those unwritten rules, right? So Barnesville did beat Fort Fry then, Jason, today?
Yes, sir. That's what it has on here.
Okay.
And it's the Ohio High School Athletic Association site. Claymont, number 1 Claymont, also beat Sandy Valley today.
And while you're getting them, you might as well try to find Meadowbrook. Not sure the final's up yet.
Barnesville won 13-2,
Wow.
or 12-2.
Wow. Well, Fort Fry had beaten Parkersburg South this year.
There's
Trouble,
a fly
maybe?
ball to left field, running over.
No.
And making the catch is Alexia Gress for out number 3. But 3 more hits.
2 runs?
2 more runs. 1 runner left on. After 6 complete, it's 9-3 Edison. We'll be right back with the 7th inning.
All right, fellas.
The meaning of cleaning, there's one name you gotta know. Apollo Pro Cleaning. Clean floor to ceiling. Apollo Pro Cleaning is the meaning of cleaning.
The National Colloid Company has provided specialty chemical blending with exceptional technical service and application support for over 75 years. National Colloid provides chemicals to hundreds of customers and offers services including custom blending, packaging, and labeling. The National Colloid Company is a proud sponsor of this broadcast.
For the Generals,
Top
number
of 7 brought to you by
17,
Janamore
Micaiah
Self-Storage.
Cahill.
Owner John Janamore, located at 131 Ward Drive North off Bantam Ridge Road. Call Bill or Cookie for great prices on storage units. 264-4601, area code 740. Top of 7, Jace.
Micaiah Cahill. Kira Strock and Bailey Williams, the last chance for the Generals. They're still willing and dealing out there. Had a rough inning last inning. He still has 11 strikeouts. This is Katie Fluharty.
I've got Edison with 15 hits, if I'm not mistaken, Jace.
Yes, sir.
That's a ton of hits in 6 innings. 9 runs, up 9-3 here in the 7th.
Beautiful pitch there.
Right after the game, we'll try to get you player of the game. And as Jason said, Barnesville did beat Fort Fry. I wasn't sure who they were playing, and they were Barnesville was the higher seed. I thought Fort Fry was, and so that's who Edison will play next if they can hold on. And Claymont will play the winner of Meadowbrook and somebody. I'm not sure if you found that yet. And those games will be Monday.
Yeah, Meadowbrook is playing Bel Air right now.
Okay.
Notice I didn't jump on that, Coach.
That's right. But your eyes probably blinked. Okay.
Meadowbrook they're playing Bel Air. It's still going on.
So Micaiah has 2 of the strikeouts as Katie today. That's fair ball.
That's fair. Excellent play, but he can't pick it up. Bad throw. Cahill will be on second on the E5.
So not dying yet, Ridgewood, huh?
Now batting, number 9, Kiara Schroff.
And good for Micaiah Cahill. You said struck out twice today. Comes back and puts the ball in play.
Yep.
Kiara Schrock also a victim of 2 strikeouts. What do you think that game would be if Edison holds on?
Edison and Barnesville, boy, I don't know for sure. Because it depends on the other games. The Division II games are Ferry and John Glenn. Big Red playing in North New Philly.
I was possibly thinking maybe Big Red. But, I mean, that's a lot further for the higher seed to travel,
I think we're going to look at weather. I heard some rain is coming maybe Monday morning. So if that's the case, I'm pretty sure that Big Red, Edison, and Harrison's fields might be utilized. Of course, there's Caraway. Some of those places have turf out that way, too.
There you go, 1 ball, 2 strikes. That's Fluharty trying to finish out the Generals. We want to take the Barnesville Shamrocks on.
The other end of Division II, Indian Valley, I believe, is hooked up with Morgan, and West Muskingum is playing Dover for a right to get to the district final game.
There's a foul ball.
In Division III, our local team, although Shadyside's still in it, but our local team around here was Toronto, lost a heartbreaker. Reeves struck out 19 batters in a 1-0 loss to Shenandoah yesterday.
Yeah, that Division II battle, Ferry and John Glenn.
Yeah, so we're not sure. I guess it all depends. Hey, if they put Big Red at Harrison, I know that you can't play on your own field, so you could see Big Red playing at Edison, Edison playing at Harrison, and a round robin kind of thing, okay?
2-2. Takira struck, and she gets her looking for the second time today. Third total strikeout for her. Number 12 for the first out of the seventh.
Now batting.
Bailey Williams.
Bailey Williams.
Popped up to the catcher where Evans made a great play, and then she popped up to third base. The Wildcats improved to 16-12 with the victory. I don't want to give it to them yet.
And Ridgewood would fall to 8-14 and end their season. Sometimes they do play another game or two if they have a league makeup game that's possible. That's something West Virginia is not allowed to do.
Right,
Once they lose, they're done.
Yeah, I remember you told me once the playoff starts, they can't play anymore.
It's weird. And same way, they're only allowed 2 scrimmages. Ohio's allowed 4 scrimmages. And once you start your first regular season game, you cannot play another scrimmage, even if you didn't get your 2 in. Ohio can play a scrimmage all the way up to the state final game.
There's a ground ball down the third. Fielded on the first route, number 2. Throw back over to third. Excellent job fielding the ball there.
Browning.
Grace
Now
Browning.
batting, number 12, Skylar Wright.
So Ridgewood got down 4-0, and looks like it's possible that those 4 runs could hold up. Edison ahead 9-3. They're down to their last out here. And Wright, a 9th grader, did have a hit leading off last inning and stole a base. I think the visor kind of broke, and she tried to throw it out of play, and I think Ridgewood's going to accommodate the second baseman for Edison there, Johnston.
There's strike number 1, Skylar Wright. 1 for 2.
So we'll stay here, talk about the sponsors for a minute, and get some of the stats while John tries to get our player of the game right after the game.
0-2. You want me to go out, or you going out, Coach?
What is it?
You going out for the picture?
I think what we should do is have an individual picture of the girl with the
I
shirt
like
in
that.
front of her. That would work, huh?
I like
you know
that
I'm
idea.
not photogenic, and
Me
you said
either.
you don't like to get in it. We need
Just miss
Steve. He wants to
outside.
get in every picture, and Raymond doesn't mind either.
Oh, Ray wants, yeah.
And we're plugging for you, Ray, if you're happening to be listening here. Hope everything's okay with your leg today.
Hey, Coach
Please
Sack.
let us know.
1-2. Gets her swinging. That'll do it. Strikeout number 13 to end the game. Katie Fouharty and the Edison Wildcats will
Ladies and
advance.
gentlemen, that concludes
They
tonight's
are the
game.
sectional champions.
The Edison High School Wildcats win with a score
And
of
we'll be
9-3.
playing Barnesville.
Congratulations to both teams.
And are
on
we
a
going to
great
go
game
for
this
Allie,
evening.
Coach?
Yeah, I agree. Yes.
Jenkins?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So Allie Shreve will be our player of the game as John can get over there in a minute and get her. And while we have a break here, let's go over our VIP sponsors. This game was sponsored today with a Wildcat win by Water Transport, owner Mike Keister, Steubenville native, supplying bottled and bulk water in the tri-state area since 1977. Call Mike or Michael Ann at 740-264-9999. And that's exactly what we're drinking right here on the table today. Water Transport water. Okay. Apollo Pro Cleaning and Restoration. Give Tony a call at 866-276-1418. Her number is number 8, John, number 8. Open 24 hours a day. Get those dirty carpets and outside siding cleaned. Third VIP sponsor, and we're still looking for more, folks, giving you all these tournament games, trying to get additional sponsors so we can bring 2 games a night, and heck, we could have 4, Jason.
Oh, that would be
on
awesome.
Monday. It would have been nice to have, but the most we can do right now is 2, one on the radio and one live streamed. Our third sponsor, National Colloid, Michael Barber, located at 908 Adams Street in Steubenville, 740-282-1171. Open Mondays to Fridays, 8:30 to 4:30. A toll manufacturer of specialty chemicals for use in all phases of water and waste treatment applications. They provide products and solutions from various industries, such as from commercial and industrial facilities to food processing and industrial plants. And our last is Gianamore Self-Storage, owner John Gianamore, commercial and residential self-storage units located at 131 Ward Drive off Bantam Ridge Road, Wintersville, Ohio. Phone 740-264-4601. Ask for Bill and Cookie. Sizes range from 5 by 10 all the way up, starting as low as $60 per month. Please give Bill or Cookie a call for that. Jason, I'll give you the stats in a second, but courtesy of John Gianamore, we have Ridgewood's pitcher, freshman, did a wonderful job. Laney, 119 pitches, 81 strikes, 38 balls, couple of defensive plays hurt her. Did a pretty nice job after the first inning. Edison's pitcher, Fluharty, had a great game, no hitter for 5 innings. She ended up throwing 116 pitches, 79 balls, and 37 strikes. And our player of the game is Allie Shreve, and we'll get her over here and let Jason get you the rundown of all the stats and strikeouts and the box score.
Yes, for the victorious Wildcats, they had 9 runs on 15 hits, 10 runners left on, and they committed 1 error. And for Ridgewood, who ends the season 8-13, or 8-14, 3 runs on 4 hits, 1 error, 1 runner left on. That's going to wrap it up, folks. As we get Allie Shreve over here, sophomore player of the game. Congratulations, kiddo.
Thank you.
And we talked about starting early, getting a good jumping out on them, and that first inning home run was just the thing that you guys needed after you scored a few runs, but you were able to attack. What did you see there that we were able to get the arms extended and get into that?
When I got in the dugout, I was laughing because it was a low pitch, and I was like, oh, I probably shouldn't have swung at that when I swung at it, and it went over, and I was like, I was so excited.
And then you came up with another single, and then I thought you had a double, so I thought you were safe at second.
Yeah.
But 3 hard hits, the only sophomore in the lineup, and it's got to be, a great feeling, to be, one of the younger players playing for Coach Bendel.
Yeah.
I get to see your dad a little bit earlier. He come over, gave me a hi.
Yeah.
So you guys move on, and excuse me, I believe it was against Barnesville coming up Monday. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if you haven't faced them yet this year, have you?
No, we haven't.
Okay, so you don't know anything about them. But as a sophomore in there, did the seniors give you a hard time?
No, I like my seniors. Our pitcher, Katie Fluharty's like one of my good friends. I talk to her a lot. All of them are really nice.
Well, I'll tell you what, Ali, is when it's congratulations on being the Ohio Valley Sports Online Player of the Game. We get to step back there with John, get your picture taken, and check it out on Ohio Valley Sports Online. It's Ali Shreve, sophomore, 3 for 4, with home run, 2 singles, 3 RBIs. Our Ohio Valley Sports Online Player of the Game. Thanks, Holly.
Thank you.
And folks, now that's going to wrap it up here as we leave here. Edison, the section champions, 9-3. Once again, join us Saturday, Steubenville Big Red versus Beaver local at 1:30, and then Monday, the Catholic Central Crusaders baseball team taking on the Bellsville Blue Devils. Thank you to our VIP food sponsor, Gina's Carryout, and also our VIP sponsors, Apollo Restoration, Water Transport, National Coal Company, and Gianamore Storage. That'll wrap it up, folks. Have a great weekend, everybody.
This Ohio Valley Sports Online broadcast is brought to you by Guida Law Offices, AT&T on Sunset, Barrel Ford, Barrel Toyota, Tudor's Biscuit World, Total Sports Connection, Signs Limited, Capital Recovery System, Hood's Pharmacy, PR Landscaping, Hummel Construction, Berryman Chemicals, Edge Sports, Franciscan University of Steubenville, Best Western at Franciscan Square, Trinity Health Systems, Bennigan's, Stickles Law Office, Mosty Funeral Home, IBEW Local 246, J.E. Foster Funeral Home, J.C. Pest Control, Wintersville Trophy Shop, Steve's Fish and Chips, Attorney Adam Martello, Marcino Enterprises, Hauser's Furniture. Also sponsored by Main Street Bank, Economy Lawn Care, Swearingen Bat Company, Viking Social Club, Everhard Bow Funeral Home, Bradley Lawnscape, Lancia Villa Royale, TS Electric, Black River Logistics, the National Colloid Company, Soft Tyke Federal Credit Union, Target Shop, Naples Spaghetti House, Spuds Park View Inn, Ohio Motor Group, Dr. John Figgle, Burt's Hot Dogs, Isla Law Offices, Apollo, Anthony Mining, M&M Hardware, Fort Steuben Maintenance, Josephine's Carryout, Mingo Junction, Valley Converting. If you see these sponsors or visit these sponsors, let them know you heard their ad here on High Valley Sports Online, the Sports Authority.